What is going on, everybody? This was the Uncanny Omar. Oh man, I'm waking up. My lovely wife's not here. She usually gets us some caffeine drinks. So today, going back to water. So I'm trying to wake up. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Uh, Staying healthy out there, staying safe. I'm supposed to be joined by a couple of my co-hosts, but Maddie can't make it, and maybe someone else can make it. No, we'll see. It's the way I live my life, on the edge. So, where is everybody from? How is everybody doing this lovely Saturday? It is flipping, getting colder over here in the state of Kentucky. Cloudy, man. Cloudy. You like that shirt, Louise? Thanks, man. Thank you. Afternoon from the UK. Oh, there's my lovely wife. Where's my coffee, baby? I need my coffee. I'm just kidding. Okay, she said she'll join around 12 o'clock. We'll take Lonely Omar. It's cool. It's cool. It's just harder for me to get to looking at the chat. So if I miss your question, I am so sorry. Today, I'm going to be talking about, comic book news. Reminding everybody about the new schedule. I even put it in our description of the video, just in case you missed it last week. I have been doing this for half a year now. Every Saturday, I've been joining you wonderful, wonderful people. This is something I look forward to every Saturday. However, next Saturday, I'm going to take the day off. So I will be doing instead, I'll have you all email me. Please email me some questions, and I'll pick some of the questions that you all have, and I'll read some, answer some questions that way. So please email me at nearmancon@gmail.com, and I'll announce that again throughout the episode that I won't be on next week. I'm taking just one day off, and then I will be back the following Saturday. I promise. Amanda is with her husband and her little girl. Today is her little girl's birthday, and her husband's back in town because he's in the military, so he's gone a lot. So it's very rare that they get to enjoy themselves. So he's coming back. Headless Spider-Man, Omar. Headless? Is he really headless? Oh, it's my chesticles, man. They're just so big. Just came to say hello. Today I had to come to the... I'm so sorry, Arturo. Sorry. Hello and bye. Everybody's saying hi and bye. I'll catch this in replay. Currently watching Star Wars. Oh, dude. Yes. If you're watching Star Wars with your 3-year-old, that's so much more important than joining this. You can catch this. Omar, super pumped to be here. First time able to join live in a minute. Joining from Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's what's up. What's up, buddy? ¿Cómo estás, mi hermano, Chris? Andas muy solito hoy día, sí? I'm never alone, man. I got you all. Y'all got me, and I got you all. Y'all keep me company. So, yes, I will definitely miss you guys next Saturday, but I figured I've been doing it for half a year. I need to take the day off. I haven't even thought about it because it's something I really look forward to. But, yep, I just take one day off. That's it. I promise I will be back the following Saturday. So, hey, from France and from Portugal. It's getting colder here. Shonda Sook, my brother, how's it going, man? Love seeing your name show up in the chat, dude. And you hungry. Happy Canadian. Is it Canadian Thanksgiving, really? What's up, Nocturne? One of our I don't want to say oldest, longest, I don't even know the words anymore. I don't have a co-host. What's the word? Longest time fan viewer, whatever. Thank you so much, man. It's always a pleasure seeing you here. See, Jake, very familiar. Let me tell you all something. If you ever change your icon, it's going to be so hard for me to remember who you are because, Jake, I always see you as Negan. So if you ever change your icon picture to something like, I don't know, a Pokemon, I'm going to be so confused who it is. What's up? From India. Yes. What's up? No days off, Omar. Okay, I will have a video, right? I still will have a video. It's just, it will be pre-recorded. Hola desde Honduras, Omar. Yo soy de Perú, mi hermano. Buenos días, Minties. Omar's going to Vegas. Omar ain't going nowhere. I wish I was going to Vegas, but I'm playing it safe, man. I ain't traveling. Pittsburgh in the house. Hey, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good, man. I hope you are doing good. an interesting fallout from David Gabriel joining the chat Friday. I'm sure you can't share too much. Yeah, he said it was okay, so I don't mind sharing that bit of news. That was really cool. That was really cool. It's news like that I have to keep close and quiet, but I always like to ask, is it okay to announce now? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Because people were in the chat were wondering about the classic Fantastic Four when we're going to get a new omnibus, because Volume 3 came out a while ago, and we need a Volume 4 to wrap up the classic Stan Lee and Jack Kirby run. So Fantastic Four Volume 4 will be coming out in 2021. So that was literally live breaking news. I didn't even have to put the suit on. So it took a lot less time than to edit. What's up, Tina?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
It's okay. At least you're here.
Yeah.
I was doing this by myself, so I was just saying hi to everybody. Everybody, this is my lovely co-host, Tina.
Hi.
Tricky Tina? Is that what you're going on?
Yeah, I was trying to find something Halloween-y that was also T, and I was like, well, Terrified Tina, Tricky Tina, what works?
Tricky Tina. I was disappointed with the Omnibus reprint announcement. If Venom #1, it's way too soon, and Marvel should reprint older Omnibus for us new collectors. I can see that, but I also see it. You got to look at it from their point of view, right? It's a business, and right now Venom is a hot commodity. I think I've shared it with everybody a couple of weeks ago. The Venom epic is the #1 best-selling epic of all time. Outsold X-Men, outsold Captain America, Avengers, anything. So when you have that, you have a new movie that's supposed to be coming out in 2021. Reprinting the omnibus because there's a third omnibus coming out is probably a good decision, because you're right, it literally just went out of print last year. But give it some time. We still got one of ours in there. We got Annihilation Conquest. So how are you doing, Tina?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing good. My energy's been up for the past couple of days, so hey.
Everybody saying hi to Tina.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. What's up, Jorge? Hey, Tina. Oh, and smash the like button, guys. Look at
smash
Dickens.
that like or lightly touch. And what? You suck.
I suck at reminding people. That's why I need a co-host, because I'm always like, oh, right, smash that like button. Oh, yeah, thank you again. And there's wonderful people in the chat that always remind me. And speaking of wonderful people, there's a guy I'm going to give a huge shout out to that has been a big supporter, because he knows how much I hate asking people for money for our Patreon. And in every video, he reminds people that we have a Patreon to please join. And that's Reaper XC. Wonderful guy. I do have, like, it's a thing about me. I don't know if it's because I'm Latino or Catholic or what. No, Catholics are really good about asking about money. What the hell's wrong with me? But I hate people, like, asking people for, like, Patreon money. So he always reminds people. So thank you so much, Reaper. That's really cool of you. Any word of okay, you all got to stop with this Alf Omnibus nonsense. Yesterday I got a text from David. He's like, are they serious about an Alf Omnibus? And I said, if you print an Alf Omnibus before we get a Gru Omnibus, or before we get all these other important omnibus, people are going to get mad. And then all you suckers are going to have to buy an Alf Omnibus, all 10 of you. Hi, Omar. Hi, Tina from the UK. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, man. What's up, Justin? Okay, so the Judge Dredd, I put that on the thumbnail because that's a video I'm working on this week. All the books that are on the thumbnail, usually I like to preview what I'm going to be doing this week. So one of them tomorrow will be the She-Hulk Omnibus. A first look at that. That comes out at the end of the month. And I'm sure that everybody shared the Amazon link already.
Thank you, Mr. Rick. We don't pay you to take days off. Just kidding, man. You work your butt off here. Will you be joining your Patreon soon?
We'll be joining.
Appreciate. Yeah, we'll be joining. Hi, Tina. Hi.
Is that Nosferatu Zod as your picture, Misfit?
Oh,
that's badass.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I swear it's just one Saturday. I will be back the following Saturday as usual. Just one Saturday I'm taking off, and I ain't even going nowhere. I'm just gonna go to the lake. Yeah, just relax one day. Get some reading in. So,
how about the Invincible trailer, Omar?
Dude, so pumped for that. Everybody's gonna start flipping their CGC Invincible comics, man. Issues 1 and 2 are hot. 2 was overlooked, because it had a lower print run and also introduced a lot of new characters though that are going to be in the show. So I can't wait. I like that, dude. The cast is so good. The cast is so good.
Can you give us a hint about that box set? Is it amazing, extraordinary?
I can't give you a hint like that. I'm excited for it. How about that? I'm excited for it. That's all I can say.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey. So what about that new room tour next month?
That's coming next month, man. Or I quit the channel. I love making promises like that because it keeps me.
And then you completely forget about it and never talk about it again.
No, I'm really good. I'm really good because last year I made a promise that I was gonna do a manga tour because people had been asking me, and I said, okay, that's it. If I don't do a manga tour this month, I'm leaving the channel. So that's how I keep myself in check, man.
Keep him honest. Like, stick on him.
I am honest. That's why I can't say anything. It's the letter. So yesterday we were talking. Do you remember letter pages?
Yeah.
Tina in comics.
Yeah.
So yesterday I had a co-host, Curtis from the Epic Marvel podcast. He was talking about how people were talking to him about printing nothing but letter pages.
That would actually be pretty fun because
Okay,
some of the letters were amazing. No, I'm serious.
Well, no. Letter pages like you wrote a letter, right? Like I was talking about. Okay, maybe if it's interesting, like George R. R. Martin when he wrote in the pages of Fantastic Four, like the letter, like as a fan.
Oh, you're talking about like finding famous or
fan mail.
They need to hunt out Omar's like letters. Did you ever send any in?
Yeah, I sent 2, and they never got printed. One was to Uncanny X-Men, and one was to Uncanny X-Men. No, I sent 3. I sent 3 because the other one was to X-Men because I love Fabian ECS. It was right after issue 30. So, yes.
Too bad.
Please no. Yep, I'm with you, man. No, we have more important books to get collected. Not Alf or letter page. Unless yours, I'm gonna take a damn poll if you are serious about Alf. There's gonna be 1,000 people that vote. They all say yes, and then it sells 10 copies, and then David stops talking to me. I like letter pages Omni. See?
Yeah.
It was the Alf letter page Omnis.
Oh my goodness.
I do miss that. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me see. Bendis does that in the Powers hardcovers, like the letters. So I love when the Silver Age books reprint letters, like the Omnis, right? That was one thing I missed about the Walking Dead collections. I really like the letter pages in the Walking Dead. Melanie, are you going to get Omar his Go Juice? Why aren't you on the stream? She is working today. Okay. And okay, man, now you're trolling. Alf is better than the new work. Come on.
That's
what?
Trolling. That is trolling.
That's trolling hard. But I don't know. I never read Alf. Only when he crossed over with like Heathcliff, I guess.
Do you have any idea about the second American Vampire Omnibus?
Nothing yet. Well, I don't think it's going to happen until Scott Snyder finishes that book. So we got to have it finished first before we can print the omnibus. But old reader, new reader, we are reading not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Our Patreon voted for the first 12 issues of American Vampire. It's solid. Stephen King, Scott Snyder. Big shout out to the Epic Marvel podcast. Their latest podcast is about West Coast Avengers. Yes, big shout out to those guys.
Hey.
Curtis is one of the nicest guys.
Last time I was on, we talked about this, I think.
Last time you were. So we were talking about this. We talked about this, and hold on, there's a really important question, and I'll get to it just a second from Jim. So Marvel Swimsuit Omnibus, it would be great, right? And it would sell because. But then I thought about it. You know, part of the beauty of the those swimsuit specials when you can tear out the pages and hang up.
Right, and hang up.
I can't do that to an omnibus. If I do that to an omnibus and hang it up, I would be crying.
And you just pull out those staples and you would hang it up. Like I had so many. Like my favorite one was all the ex-girls like in bikinis with Rogue and stuff and Jubilee hanging on the back of my closet door. How did my parents not know that I was totally into ladies? I just don't understand.
I like the art. My wife is saying that Street Fighter swimsuit collection was gorgeous, right? It was.
Yeah.
There's some hotness in there. Hi there from Rodrigo from Brazil. Best moment of my weekend. Thank you so much, Rodrigo. Happy that you're here. X-Men by Joe Madureira Omnibus. Over Alpha Omnibus. Okay, now that man is thinking straight. That man is thinking straight.
I love puns. Okay, the serious question. Let me get back to it for you.
Thank
Is
you.
this one?
Yeah, let's talk about this one really quick. Make sure it's not a follow-up to another thing. Okay. Did you face depression? If so, how did you fight it? Tina, are you comfortable talking about this?
Yeah. I'm absolutely. I'm an open
Sorry,
book.
I just assumed. I don't mind talking.
Yeah.
I've shared here on this show that I have lost my job a couple of months ago in June, and I decided, not to say anything to anybody because I don't like playing the victim. I don't like playing like poor me. I just want to be myself.
You don't like appearing weak. You don't want to.
It's not even that. It's just my job is to keep people entertained. That's the way that I see myself. And to make people laugh, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want anybody to feel bad for me or anything. That's why I decided not to. But I did go through I did deal with depression. So I decided not to drink, especially alone. If I drank with my wife. So we didn't really buy alcohol because I know how I am. Obviously, I have an addictive mentality. So if I start going down that spiral, nah, I can't do that. And so I fought it by trying to stay positive, by creating things, by making content for my channel, by realizing that I could go two ways, right? I could give up and because I was getting rejection letters too. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
It's not just losing your job, but losing your job after being in this career for 20 years, and then having people that you thought you were in, like you were like, oh, I did really well in that interview, and then you would get a rejection email, like no, thank you, or you would get 3 or 4 steps into the interview process, and then you get an email saying we went with another candidate.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. Now that could have beat me down and I could have stayed down. But instead, I was like, I literally said, fuck it. I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to pretend like this is my job. So no shit. Like when I would put on a suit for the Marvel thing, it was like me saying, I don't have a reason to wear this suit to go to go to meetings anymore. I'm just going to wear it. Like this is my job. Like it's a big deal. Right. Mm-hmm. And it empowered me to do that. It was hokey as hell, right? Like to make it look like a newscast. But it really meant something to me just to put on a suit again and pretend like I was doing something for a living. And that's kind of how I fought it, man. I just and I'm sorry I said man. I don't know if you're a lady. It's not easy. But, I have my wonderful wife who I don't give enough credit to help pick me up. So
basically, you didn't try to focus on it too much. You
on the negative, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. And one other thing I did do that I didn't tell, I think I told people recently, is I also stayed away from social media. We have a social media with Near Mint Condition, but my Omar Facebook is it's non-existent. I do answer messages because that's the only thing I have installed on my phone is the Messenger, but the Facebook app is gone because I didn't need it. And I'll probably go back to it, but I needed a break. I needed a break from that because I had enough negativity in my life. I didn't need more by going on Facebook and stuff like that.
And that's the thing. Social media can either pull you up or, recently it just seems to be dragging a lot of people down, which is sad. But that's basically what I did. Like I'm lucky enough not to have, had major things where I've faced major depression in my life. I get sad occasionally. My wife actually deals with mental illness a lot. So as a partner, I have to provide that supporting role. And it's tough for a partner. The only time that I was severely depressed was in high school. Just really, really rough patch of my life. And just time and focusing on the good things. And it seems so weird just to say that. That's like blowing it off, like just being like, just focus on the good things. But you
It's hard
really,
sometimes.
it's so hard, and you really have to change your mindset. It's not just changing one aspect; it's changing on how you look at things and literally looking at the bright side. There's going to be days where it's going to pour and rain, and those feelings are absolutely valid. But you don't want to exist in that darkness forever. And sometimes just having someone sit with you, whether you talk or not, is going to uplift your spirits a little bit. And for some people, it's going to be comics that, it doesn't have to be necessarily a person. You're going to have to find something that you kind of connect with or, find joy in. But it takes time, and it takes sort of a whole attitude adjustment.
It does. And you're right when it comes, and the other thing is like everybody deals with it differently, right? The depression, but it hits everybody, no matter how strong you are, no matter how big of a person you are, or how happy you may seem. It hits everybody, right?
Right.
I always think of somebody like Robin Williams. Robin Williams was my hero. I love Robin Williams. I'm glad I got to see him live, but that moment, when I found out, I came home and my wife and I just held each other because we love that man,
Yeah.
and we were like, how could somebody be so depressed? And you never know, right? But the world is a better place with you in it. Just always remember that.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. I'm so sorry, Alexis. My grandmother passed away yesterday. It hit really hard that because of COVID, she wasn't allowed visits at the hospital. Only my aunt was allowed in, and she had to dress up like an alien. It hit hard. I'm so sorry for your loss. That really sucks. That really sucks. It's a weird time, that's for sure. So and thank you everybody for all the nice words in the chat. You all do help lift me up, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the funny things that you all write when you're busting my balls about stuff or the way I pronounce something. I love it. I don't care. It's more important to me that I get that kind of feedback. So let's see. Yesterday, I think again for the people that are now joining, David was kind enough to join the chat, and he has a lot of fun. He has a hard time catching up because it goes by quick. And I told him that's okay. So he started texting me some answers, and one of the answers was I was allowed to announce that there is a Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 4 coming out next year. So very excited about that. You all got to see that. I didn't have to dress up. I didn't have to wear a suit. Didn't have to edit a video. It was really nice. But everybody
Can you let them know about what time next year? Early, mid, late?
Well, it won't. We're looking at the second quarter, so we're gonna be looking at stuff from May until probably August. So it might be August, might be September, but it will come out. Put on a suit now and repeat it. No. Omar, do you know David's favorite Fantastic Four member? I don't. That's a good question. I can ask him. But it's his favorite comic. And as you all know, well, most of you all know, it was the very first omnibus. Omar, I saw a website. There was a pre-order for the Superman Rebirth run for next year. Is that true? I love more Superman Omnis. There is a Rebirth omnibus. So that's another thing I have to talk about too. And I think there's enough of you guys here. So DC recently sent out an email to some retailers, not all retailers, just some. But some of the retailers reached out to me, and this has already been on Bleeding Cool. So I'm sure some of you all know if you follow Bleeding Cool, Rich's Bleeding Cool, that some of these collected editions have been pushed back next year. We knew about some, right, for early next year. But some of these are now, we're talking late 2021, early 2022. Like you have Batman Brave and the Bold, Omnibus Volume 3. That's moved all the way to September. Batman in the 50s is in September. The Starman Compendium, which was originally solicited for the first quarter of 2021, is now in September. Birds of Prey, the Fighters by Trade, the thick trade has been also pushed back till September. Batwoman Omnibus, not off the books, still in the catalog, but it's going to be in October of next year. And the Power Shazam Volume 2, that's the Jerry Ordway run. It's collected in hardcover edition, standard hardcover. That's in December. Adam Strange, the Deluxe edition, is December. Gen 13 is in January of 2022. Carmine Infantino, The Legends of the DC Universe, is February. Golden Age Superman 7 is March 2022. Green Arrow, Connor Hawke. I forgot about this book, where Angels Fear to Tread. That's collecting the run after Ollie, and that is in 2022 of April. The Golden Age Wonder Woman Volume 5, April 2022, and then DC's Greatest Science Fiction Stories Ever Told, April 2022. So we're looking a year and a half already into some books. And I feel like that's because, they've gone through a shift. Somebody wanted me to talk about this on Friday, and that was more of a Marvel thing, right? And I try to keep optimistic with these things, even when that was another thing that I did try to do, was I got to stay positive even when things are falling apart in the comic book world. Even, we didn't know what was going to happen. Some channels were like, print is dead. They're never going to do this. They're never going to survive this. But I mean, I like to know facts first, not just hearsays and clickbaits. So one of the things that probably happened was the people that unfortunately got let go and furloughed were working on these projects. So that's why they had to push the projects further. So
well, I mean, everybody's looking towards late 21 and 22 to hopefully things will open up. And I think they're hedging their bets on that's when people are going to go out and perhaps purchase and buy. And so, yeah.
I'm sorry. We had a message. Omar, I made a digital artwork for you. Hope I can send it to you. Just don't know how. Yeah, if you guys ever have digital artwork you want me to show, please email it to us right down there. nearmancon@gmail.com. I have a package to open.
Hey. I was going to say, what's our P.O. box again? We also have a P.O. box if you want to send Omar's stuff.
Nope, all of us. All of us, not just me. But folks, for the last couple of weeks, I've been sending things for the giveaway. So that is very, very nice.
That's nice.
So Near Me Condition is P.O. Box 1678. How do you say that word there, Tina?
Versailles.
You're so Kentucky. Versailles, Kentucky, 40383.
Versailles.
It's also in the description of this video.
Or when I talk to other people on the phone.
You always say Versailles. I know I do.
No, some people are like, Versailles? And I'm like, what? What? Versailles? It's okay. Say it very country-like.
Country-like. Here's something very important that I'm working on. It's harder to get some Omnis over here in Europe. Is it because of the pandemic, or does the print volume have anything to do with it? So, to all you wonderful people in Europe, to all you wonderful people in Australia, all you wonderful people overseas that are not here in the continental United States, even in Canada, you guys have been having a hard time getting books. And every day I get a message from somebody going, why is this out of print already? We don't even have it in the UK, or we don't even have it in Australia. I'm trying to work with David, and I'm trying to work with the I'm waiting on a reply back. As far as Marvel, right? My contact at DC is gone, so I can't do anything about that. But I'm trying. But I'm trying to work to see exactly what's happening. And I think right now, from what I'm seeing, because I have reached out to several people, the replies back that I'm getting is it's not just one person at fault, right? It's not a company that's at fault. There's a lot of different factors going into it. A lot of it has to do with pre-order. Somebody's slipping and not putting in all the pre-order numbers. So I'm trying to figure out what it is, without getting anybody into trouble or getting fired or anything, just to make it easier, because I want everybody to have books, right? I want everybody to have a chance to get these books that I do overviews on my channel, and I want them to get it at the cost that they're supposed to get it, or at a discount, if you will. But even here in America, both cheap graphic novels, in-stock trades, Tales of Wonder, they're gone within hours. So something is happening, but I'll promise I will figure it out. It's going to take me a while, but because I got to put it all together and see what the problem is. But hey, just saying hello. I'm in the middle of Berserk Deluxe Volume 5, dude.
Man,
Ooh, you just read The Eclipse. Oh, dude. Is this your first time? Oh my goodness.
I need to borrow this from you so I can read them. I
Oh,
still haven't read
you should join
Berserk.
us. God damn it, Batwoman moving again. But Rebel, think about it this way. At least it's not canceled, right? At least it's still in the catalog. So it sucks, but it's still coming. Gail Simone, I think, is still on schedule for next March, I think. But Batwoman has moved. But at least it's not canceled. We don't want to see it canceled. That's what I don't want to see. Let's see. It goes both ways. We often have Omnis in the UK that are hard to get in America. Interesting. I've only heard the other. I've only heard that you guys are not getting enough books. Omar, do you think we'll get reprints of FF Volume 2 and 3? Yeah, man. I think so. Because, I mean, next year is the 80th anniversary, right? And next year we're going to get a FF Volume 4. I also want them to reprint the John Byrne Volume 2. That would be cool.
Is there going to be a Mighty Thor Omnibus Volume 4?
I don't think it's any secret that we those Silver Age books are a hard sell, right? But we are in a different time. We're in a different time of collecting. Oh. So 10 years ago, those books did not sell at all. However, you know, it depends on demand. I would love for them to reprint Volume 1, see how it does nowadays compared to how it did 11, 12 years ago when it was originally released, and then see if there's a demand for it, because I think there will be. And that's the only way. But it's a hard push because none of those books, and the other thing is too, before I move on to the next question, is that none of those books are high in demand for reprints. It sucks. Like, one of my most wanted reprints is Tomb of Dracula Volume 2. But literally, like, it was heartbreaking to see, I think, 15 people wanting it besides me. Right, so 16 of us wanting a reprint of Tomb of Dracula. Now, I know that's different, right? That speaks some numbers. But when you have a vote of like over 1,000 for Jim Lee X-Men Volume 1,
they're going to go for those.
Well, you gotta go for what makes money, right? If you're gonna, if it costs money to reprint a book, you have to reprint the books. I think I'm a firm believer that everything will be reprinted, right? But I think sometimes it'll take you some time to get there. By the way, I have somebody in the chat I want to give a shout out to before can you remember this question really quick?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mad Dog. Woof woof. Big love from the UK. Let's get Mr. Omar to 30,000. Oh, thank you, brother. Mad Dog also has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He's about to hit a milestone soon. Hey, so he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He does the same kind of things I do. But go ahead, Tina.
All right. So, Omar, do you have any favorite omnibus introductions? Like, I know Roy Thomas Conan intros are excellent. Any others come to mind? I thought this was a really good question.
This is an excellent question because
you don't think about intros, really.
I rave on about those intros because they're special, and you know why? Because there's not a lot of intros, unfortunately.
It's usually like this book is dedicated to, or something like that. If it's a special omnibus,
or they reprint an intro from a Marvel Masterworks, like by Stan Lee or by Chris Claremont. Because I love reading new things, and it sucks, right? Because I realize a lot of these writers are in their late 70s. What they remember now probably is different, or they're not in. And I hate to even say this, but it's probably true. They're not in the right mind state to even write intros anymore. So that one is special. The only other one that comes to mind to me that is just actually it's more special is the intros and outros from the James Robinson Starman's Omnibus. Mm-hmm. It is a look at not only the character of Jack and Ted and all those characters, but it is a look inside of the beautiful mind that created this, and where he was, and the mistakes he made, and the friendships that he destroyed. Because he's honest. He's honest about his relationship with David Goyer. He's honest about his ex-wife, his dog, like the friend that it's James Robinson's intros and outros are, to me, just as good as Starman. And you all know how I feel about Starman, so it's a good question.
Yeah. Hey, Omar, do you mind if I ask about what type of stuff is on your Patreon?
The other reason I suck at selling Patreon is because I do the content, right? So there's a $1 tier that gets you voting for old reader, new reader. Every tier gives you access to our written document for the reading orders. Mm-hmm. The $5 tier lets you vote on our reading orders. $10 tiers gives you credits on the end of the video, and everything. Like the more you pay, you get everything that the other tiers get you. Early access to videos, I think, are $5 or more, and there's a $25 tier. I don't think we started a tip jar or anything, but the $25 tier is special. Like you all get shirts or something, or hoodies or something throughout the year. I'll have to look into that. But I do know about the other tiers.
I couldn't remember if we added a tier where, like, if you pay X so much amount, like, you get to pick what you do. We talked about that one point in time, but I don't think
well, we're almost at 100 Patreon, so I want to do something special for them because, I feel like if you go out of my way to watch my videos, you go out of your way to comment, and then you go out of your way to tip. And I realize not everybody can, so please, I'm not guilting anybody into doing this. Stuck and asking for money.
Only do this if you can, not necessarily that you have to or anything.
And I feel like I owe it to them to have like even a private session or something with them. So I'll think of something. What the fuck?
50 tiers of more swimsuit edition.
I need to start lifting again. Right? Give me a month. Give me a month. Omar, show the She-Hulk Omnibus. Yeah. This is the overview that I'll be doing tomorrow. It's the She-Hulk Dan Slott Omnibus. I know everybody was sharing away at the Amazon link yesterday, Barnes & Noble link, because they had it for like 60% off. Somebody's getting fired for accidentally putting in the wrong discount. Oh, excellent question. No, really quick, let me answer this one.
Yeah, go right.
What bookcases do you recommend for Omnis? I have 17 now, and I need a bookcase. The Kallax is my favorite to use. It's sturdy, it's easy to put together, and that's from IKEA. Yep. If you have an IKEA. Oh, dude, I'm so happy to hear this. Hey, Omar, I made something Koku because if you couldn't put it down, how many volumes will it be? Those collector's edition should be 7 or 8.
Okay.
What was the other question you had up?
No budget for books until the end of the month. Doing a thematic read of Kirby,
Ditko,
Machine Man, Iron Man 2020, Death's Head, Dragon's Claws to the Death.
That is an awesome read through. Good deal. And yeah, when I always budget. Somebody asked me this, how I spend my money and things. I don't know about sharing. I budget enough. I realize how much I have. Like if I sell things, I budget that into my month. And if I realize next month is going to kick my ass, that's why I started building spreadsheets, and that's why I started making videos and sharing that information with everybody about what's coming out, because I know I like to budget just like everybody else does. And if we have 35 books in 1 week, then holy crap, the previous weeks have to suffer some. Like I can't buy everything.
What's up, my glip-glops? Catching you on my break. Omar, have you read I can't pronounce certain words.
That's okay. I'm horrible at it, so I'd rather you.
I'm curious on your thoughts compared to the boys or something.
I haven't read Rat Pack yet. By the way, I do have a special boys announcement. Or rather poll next week sometime. Okay. I'm going to be working a little close with Dynamite to try to make something happen. So we will see. It's getting exciting because we're almost there, but we will see. I can't talk about it exactly, but I think I'll be able to announce something next.
It's getting close then, so be prepared. Get hyped.
This week.
Will Donny Cates' Venom be in a Venomibus or a Danny Cates Omnibus?
It will be called Donny Cates' Venomnibus, just like I'm sure it will be called Agent Venomnibus. That word is too fun.
Yeah, Venomnibus.
Not to say. So yeah. Will there be a Green Arrow Omnibus restock? I missed out. Yeah, for anybody that missed out on Batman by Paul Dini, Batman Year 3, not Year 3, that's never going to happen. Batman by Grant Morrison, Volume 3, I mean, or Green Arrow. Those books are out of print right now. Or I'm sorry, let's say this. They're back ordered now. So they're waiting for the printer to print more, to stock more. But DC said they're going to try to get more out. So there you go.
How about this? I have a buying list until May 2021 already, and it's annoying because I can't buy some of the older stuff I want. So just adding on to this, where would you go if you want to buy some of the older stuff? Where do you think is the best way to get some of that? Is it going out physically, going to eBay? Like, I feel like
You mean the stuff that's out of print?
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah, you're going to have to go to the third party. I always tell people, don't spend more than cover on books, especially by Marvel and DC, unless you're going to a comic book store, because I don't mind spending cover. Because first of all, you're helping out a local shop, right? and you're getting the book for a lot cheaper than people flip them for on eBay.
Mhm.
And but that's just me. It's your money.
So
You're all grown ass people, so you all do what you want. But me, I have
go
never
local
spent.
first and then hit up
I
other places.
love traveling to comic shops. Finding rare little shops with something that's been out of print for forever. It makes me so happy. Um, but I also realize that's not for everybody, especially for now, right? So it's
Mhm.
easier to stay at home and order online. So,
Yeah.
sometimes there's bidding wars. Sometimes, don't stick to just the buy it nows. Keep an eye on eBay and on Amazon. And honestly, sometimes I know our sponsor, Cheap Graphic Novels, they also sell out of print Omnis, but you do pay, like, I don't know, they have some algorithm as to you pay more than cover, but it's not as bad as like going to eBay.
eBay.
So
Okay.
you can check them out.
Important question. The last monster-sized Marvel book I've been solicited or seen solicited is Kirby's Eternals. Any other runs you think would be good options for that format?
So,
Todd,
so
Nick
many. So
list Spidey maybe.
okay, so the Todd McFarlane adjectives Spider-Man would be brilliant, right? But we're getting a gallery edition, and the gallery edition is not as big as those monster books. It's bigger than an omnibus, and I'll be hopefully doing an overview of that when it comes out. But I have thought about this, and I'm like, maybe I should make a video because I have so many books I think that would fit. Can you imagine Barry Windsor's Myth Weapon X in that format with those beautiful colors and naked Wolverine running around with a bunch of like stuff all over? Oh,
Yes.
it'd be awesome. Oh, my wife just texted me saying Christopher has a question about Chris Claremont, and somebody emailed me about Chris Claremont when I have him back on in uh, sometime in December. He said he wanted to come back on, and I promise I will email you back.
I'm trying to find that question for you.
Okay.
If I can't find it, Christopher, can you send again?
Another route is the Reddit or Facebook groups. You're right. Thank you, Chris, for reminding me. That's another great source because sometimes people charge. Sometimes you'll find somebody nice that just charges cover.
Cannot find. Cannot find. I've got contacts in, guys, and I think I switched the powers. At some point when I was a very tired cosplayer at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I've put them in, and vision's not great.
Let me see. So, Omar, I watched your September haul and have a question. With Complete Witchblade Volume 2 have a hardcover edition? Yes, it will. But I think it's the one that had to be kickstarted. But I know that the other books will come out in hardcover format. There's no way they abandon it. Go ahead.
Oh, Christopher says that's not his question, so it's somebody else. Sorry.
Melanie. I'm looking at my wife who's not even here. I don't have any of the deluxe year ones. I don't. I have the trade paperbacks. I was hoping to get Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing. It's just one of those things that I'd completely forgot about. So thank you for reminding me. And you're not alone, Aldo. I wish there was a Sandman Mystery Theater omnibus as well. That stuff is solid. A lot different though.
Adam, I will definitely get to it at some point. I've actually been having a medical problem. Not to blame it on my medical problem, but I have. So I've been exceedingly exhausted. The last 4 days, I've actually had a lot of energy. So hopefully here soon, I was supposed to be joining a shoujo manga talk the other day, but our guest actually canceled. So we'll discuss more shoujo manga here soon, hopefully, get that rescheduled. And then I will be discussing my top 10 mangas. I really want to read some more mangas and kind of hit some of the ones I've missed in my life before I do that. So I'm going to probably hit up Omar to borrow some mangas here soon.
Oh, okay. My wife just texted me the question, but I don't. Honey,
Don't understand it?
I'm talking to my wife through text. It's so hard.
Is she speaking Melanese again?
No, from Louise. Okay.
Oh, Louise.
My dream is to have all the Claremont X-Men collected in omnibus form. I feel like we're pretty close. Can you tell us what we're missing? Yes, in omnibus format, we're missing a lot. So we're missing, after Volume 4 comes out, we're going to miss the gap in between Volume 4 and Mutant Massacre, which they could call Prelude to the Mutant Massacre, or Volume 5 if they wanted to. Then after that, we have everything up until his run ends with Uncanny X-Men or X-Men 3. But he comes back with X-Men Revolution, and that's been collected. However, that spun out a series called Extreme X-Men. So we need Extreme X-Men, which they could do in one omnibus, complete, even with the Savage Land trade paperbacks. And then we have him coming back again for the second time, and it's called X-Men Reloaded. So we would need a reloaded omnibus. He teamed up with Alan Davis to come back. I like that era of X-Men, even though it got a little ridiculous. But we would need that, and then we would have everything, unless you're including, Extreme X, or not Extreme X-Men. I'm sorry, X-Men Forever. Man, yeah, just about everything. I love X-Men as well, so I'm excited for the day that we can have everything in one shelf.
Have you guys watched Yashihime? Hime. Sorry. Bloga. Oh. Hey, look.
The day that we can have everything.
Hey.
Hey guys. Okay. I'll just eat my lunch off to the side.
You have to mute your mic.
Yep, mute. I can hear myself delayed.
Love your channel. I have a question. If I want to read Final Crisis by Grant Morrison, do I have to read Batman and Son, The Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, Batman Rest in Peace, and DC Universe 0? Thanks. The most important thing I will tell you to read besides those is the Fourth World by Jack Kirby omnibus. That honestly will help you more than Batman and Son. Batman and Son will help too. Maybe my wife couldn't do it, but hey, Melanie. Hope you can fix it.
Hey.
And honestly, Morrison's Rest in Peace helps as well. But more than anything, it's definitely the Fourth World. Hey, baby.
Okay, I had the YouTube video playing at the same time. I'm so confused.
You did it.
Okay.
Yay.
So my wife's at work taking a lunch and joining us.
Yeah,
So.
I'll just
I like your background there.
Eat off to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her in a second. However, I just really quick. Oh shoot! What? The person that talked earlier about have you ever dealt with depression?
Yeah.
Commented again saying this person's having a hard time.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed
okay,
that.
Here we go.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Can I? Well, okay. Jim Roboto, hey, how do you deal with
What's
emotions?
the timestamp?
Huh?
What's the timestamp?
11:43 a.m. I think it was the same person. I really need help right now, and there's no one else to talk to. So I think, yeah.
Thank you.
I think depending on, how bad it is, right, to find a phone number. I don't know any off the top of my head of people who are trained to help with, mental stress issues. Because I understand, I get it. Like you guys, Tina and Omar, were talking about earlier, that it's debilitating. You feel like you're literally trapped in your head. And I'm really glad that you're on and that you're reaching out to people, because when you are in depression, you feel so trapped that you don't reach out to people, because what's the point? That's how you feel. So that's just, I just want to let you know I hear you, that we care, others in the chat care. And like I said, I think perhaps calling a phone number with somebody who could give even better advice.
Or text. There's if you don't like to talk, you can also text.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there are numbers that you can text to. I know a lot of my generation younger don't like to necessarily talk, but want to reach out. And you can text certain numbers. You can easily just do a Google search and find it. I know there's been a trend for a lot of people to reach out to celebrities or content creators and saying, hey, I'm depressed. But they're probably one of the they can offer, advice, but they can't help you on a one-to-one basis because a lot of them don't have the mental fortitude to reach out and help you. And there are a lot of people, but there are dedicated professionals. The best thing to do is find somebody that you can connect to one-on-one, not necessarily a large content creator, but somebody that you can speak to on a one-to-one basis, whether that's a therapist or somebody that's actually trained in it, because even though we want to help you and we want to provide advice, sometimes the advice that we give is not going to be the best advice or may not work for you, or we may try to offer helpful advice, but it doesn't come off as helpful for you.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Oh, that was Rob Swallow.
And
for some reason, I can't highlight his message because it's stupid YouTube keeps blocking that.
People in the chat giving solidarity and just reaching out and asking for help. Be proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
Seriously. Yeah. I sent a text to you. I'm sorry. Like, that's a good question. I'll just eat my lunch off to the side. I'm lucky from this morning.
Yeah, well, I have 3 girls here that I have to take care of that wanted McDonald's, and I didn't have time, so I didn't get anything. So I'm like,
no, you didn't get a McDonald's breakfast anymore? That's like a Plunkett Sunday tradition here.
Shut up. Could you answer my question if possible? Yeah, I absolutely can. When will the new Flash issues, Joshua Williamson, be in print and collected graphic novels? They're coming out. There's no delay on those trade paperbacks coming out. Now the Rebirth, the deluxe editions are gone. They're not doing those anymore. So, yeah, anytime anybody ever feels like that, please feel free to speak up. Don't be there's no shame in asking for help or saying anything like that.
37 said.
Oh,
did you read his comment?
No, it takes a minute for these things to load. I see it now. No shame in asking for help. Thank you. Exactly.
Well, we do have a few questions, but
so Jim is saying, "Thank you so much for your concern. Thank you so much."
Good.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this guy again, Psycho Cleveland. What the fuck is up, my Psycho? Really? That's never gonna catch, man. It's your boy, Psycho Cleveland. Cycling Cleveland.
You know who I could go for? The unicyclist Portland.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't think Melanie knows this story. I don't think much people in the chat. So when last year. No, oh my God, it's been years. Whenever I joined Omnibros Live, my first episode, this guy was on there, and he was giving me crap like my first episode. He was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" So I remember one time, I just said, "Who the fuck is you?" And eventually we just kind of bantered back and forth, and we became really good online friends, I guess, in a way. But I love Psycho Cleveland. He gives me crap. I don't see him enough. I only see him maybe once every couple months. And we're about to hear a Cycle. And when he's in all caps, he's usually drinking. There's chat rooms where you can be anonymous and talk to others that want to relate. Thank you so much, Sunfed Soul. And you shared a number that so YouTube blocks all these things, but even when I show, it doesn't let me highlight it on StreamYard, which is stupid. But I
can't highlight comments. That makes me mad. I like highlight comments. Roberto Meathead was the best. No, wait. Hold up. I can't reach it.
Hold on just a second. That's the number from Sunfed Soul. She wrote that. So most of us have been there. You're not alone. Sending positive energy your way. Thank you so much. And that was blocked from YouTube for some reason because it's a phone number.
Yeah.
All right, what were you going to show, baby?
All right. Maybe the best part.
You got D-Rock?
That's as far as I can reach it. That's our photos with Pee Wee Herman with Paul Rubens. And I pushed my daughter out of the way so I could be first.
Oh my goodness, Melanie.
She did.
It needs to be closer. So Omar drew that picture of Starscream with my favorite quote on it.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures down there, those 3 at the bottom that he drew of video game characters. I've got my Why Me Wolverine ridiculous poster that cracks me up. And I got, what else I got over there? I got some pictures.
Our wedding
photo. I can't show all the geeky stuff. I like decorating. Yeah.
Whoa, what a mom. Push my daughter out of the way so she can get ready.
See, I don't have kids, so I don't have to push kids out. Well, I can push your kids out of the way.
Trigon. By the way, so this is Bavarian Rev. How you doing? To be honest, having money to spend on hobbies masks my loneliness and feeling like nobody cares big time. Not healthy. I feel for people that are sad and broke.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all do that, though, right? Sometimes we go and overspend and
overspending's an issue too. That's pretty common when you're depressed and everything. It actually ends up hurting you too. So it
ends up hurting your credit for sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tina, go.
Yes.
You were in the middle of something.
No. I was ending my
okay.
statement.
Unless
you want to hear about my poor broken down washing machine that Heather's now washing dishes by hand. So
okay.
That's sadness.
I want to see Secret Six by Gail Simone Omnibus. I want to see that after her Birds of Prey Omnibus. We'll make that happen. Did you read Tom Scully's Jack Kirby's biography? Seriously, like maybe the best book of the year. No, I haven't. But I love his artwork. He's the guy that did the Transformers, G.I. Joe. He did the Fantastic Four Grand Design. I like he has a very Jack Kirby style. What's up, Joe Cool? Hello from Poland. Great to watch your show.
Cat butt.
I know. I was trying to prevent that.
Comics have been a source of joy when I was down as a teenager, but can also help as a healthy escape as an adult. Well put. Well put.
Okay.
I've been there.
Berserk will not make you depressed. It is about carrying on. No matter what. I feel like I got it like this.
Where did this come from?
Oh, because he was saying Meathead was the best character.
Okay.
Meathead E.T. It's like a really poor man's E.T.
Meathead was the best character in Meatballs Part 2. Why is there even an argument?
Because I like Paul Reubens' facial expressions.
Oh my gosh, he was like bottom, like he was maybe anyway. My depression cost me to spend over 15,000. What's is that pounds? That's not pounds.
Yeah.
It's pounds. Okay.
Euros
on comics in 6 months. The mailman is my only social contact. Oh man, but so I don't know. I mean, it depends on what it gives you, right? It depends because in the end, it's your money, and it depends on what kind of joy that brings you. If that's what keeps you going, then that's what keeps you going. A lot of the time, sometimes that's what we all have, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And I love your Shockwave picture, by the way.
Any chance Marvel will ever publish a Darwin Cook monograph?
I hope so. I really like those monograph books. But Darwin Cook deserves the hardcover treatment because we're talking about Sir Darwin Cook. So if they do it, then I want it done in a hardcover format. Hello from Poland. What's up, Xavier83?
Hello.
Don't read Berserk. It'll make you more depressed. And Melanie, that's what Melanie was saying. We just talked about this yesterday, and David was in the chat he was trying to hint at things. He was giving us a answer, no answer. But do you know if the Dawn of X will be in a hardcover format? Eventually it will be. But he said there has to come there. What did he say? He said there's something.
There's like a benchmark.
No, there's something happens after, or something has to happen after Dawn of X, and they can't keep calling it Dawn of X. So we were talking about X of Swords, which I finally started. To my boy Roberto Rodriguez, I finally started reading it.
Hey, I can't type or anything. Why can't I?
What do you mean you can't? I
can't show comments. I can't type.
Are you logged in under?
That's what he said. Something comes after the dawn.
Something comes after the dawn.
Sleepy time, X-Men.
Oh, that's good.
Login? Hello.
Honey,
hear you.
I'm trying to do. What?
Do I have a login?
You have to log in like
under near
I have one.
No.
Okay.
The thing about comics is that they're collectibles, then they can always be flipped, I think.
Yeah.
A nice addition. How about a Mark Grunwald Captain America Omnibus anniversary? Because I'm trying to read at the same time. I'm not going to argue with you on the air. Do not do this to me, woman.
Stop fighting.
Mark Gruenwald, Captain America. Yes, I want that to happen too. Mark Gruenwald deserves it. Man, my wife, I swear to God, she knows those buttons to push. No damn form of depression. So if that's the case, anyone that buys novels and books of any kind are depressed. Come on now. True.
Ooh. Do you think we'll get a horror-themed surprise Halloween Omni this month besides a Marvel Horror Volume 2?
I wish it was Tomb of Dracula Volume 2, but sadly, I don't think that's going to happen. Because when these things happen, even stealth reprints, like the Conan book I couldn't say anything about, even that stealth reprint has to be put into the catalog
beforehand,
2 months ahead of time at the latest. So
they don't just they just can't do something on the fly.
I mean, to us, yes. Oh crap! Maybe I'm spoiling something. No, I'm not, because I don't know of anything. So I'm not spoiling anything. Forget everything I just said. Fall of X. Fox. They could call it the Fox Years of X-Men. Hey guys, love the channel. Are they going to release all the Spawn hardcovers next month? So I forgot. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Joe. I forgot to announce this on my channel, but I was on Mundo Geek with my boy Chris, who's on. I think he's in the chat. When they interviewed me, and I told them, I'm like, oh, by the way, since this is for my Latin crowd, they're gonna start reprinting the Spawn hardcovers. And I forgot to mention it on my own show the following Saturday. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then somebody asked me, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Whoops. So, yeah, a few weeks ago, Previews World was showing that Spawn hardcover is coming back into print. However, Volume 1 does not contain issue 9. So that is the first appearance of Angela from anybody. So one of David's comments was, if you want to classify X of Swords as a Dawn of X. That was the answer that we were like, what does that mean? This is a good thing. This is a good comment. Escapism can be a good thing, but if you get to the point you're neglecting your personal, social, mental well-being, take a step back and assess things. Yeah. Enjoy your hobbies, but not your trying. That's a really good statement.
I mean, there's a fine line, and sometimes it takes a little bit to know when you've crossed it, but you can pull yourself. I don't want to say you can pull yourself out, but you can find a way out. And if you recognize it, then that's when you need to take steps to address it.
Yes, the Spawn oversized hardcovers, Joe.
After you answer this question,
yes,
there's a couple have been repeating, asking the same question that I can point out to you.
Okay.
Go ahead, answer that question.
So this is the Spawn oversized hardcovers that Image released. They're coming back into print. They're not reprinting all of them, though. I think it's like volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then like 8 and 9 or something like that. But they are coming back. So that's good news for the people that missed it. Hey, guys, why are you...
Okay, that's one of them.
That's Leo. Leo, what was your question?
It was, I can't remember the name of the movie. He's asking you and Amanda to do it. Glenn, right underneath, Glenn 2K12.
Thank you. I just paid £180 for the Spidey Straczynski Volume 1. I couldn't wait for a reprint. But I don't want to pay that much again for Amazing Spidey. Yeah, don't well, you heard me earlier. Don't spend money over cover on these things. I think I can say it. Okay, I'm pushing for a JMS Volume 1 reprint and a Peter David Hulk 1 reprint. David and I are going back and forth. This is where the whole conversation about pre-orders came from and back orders came from. So I wanted to know what's going on. Why aren't we getting enough stock specifically for Peter David's Hulk, which just came out this year? So I'm trying. Okay, so. Well, it doesn't help you. But Amazing Spider-Man 3, they just reprinted Volume 2. Or Volume 2 comes out in February of 2021. Wait, I promise. It's only had one printing, okay? I promise it will be reprinted. You can quote me on that. Just be patient. What was the next question?
So Leo's, I don't know if it's 2 or 1. He's got an apostrophe in between. Mank and Wolfwalkers. So I don't know if that's 1 movie or 2.
Okay. We'll watch that. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. That's coming back. If you look in the description of this video, I put that date. when the restock is happening, and the restock of that is December. So all you got to do is look in the description of the video and join our Patreon. See what I did there? But no, if you look in the description of the video, I put all the release dates from Marvel and then the DC new release dates. But the restock dates from Marvel are there, including Annihilation, Omnibus, and Absolute Carnage. You're welcome.
Nocturne 22 is thanking Omar for opening up about losing your job because Nocturne, I can't find it.
I've got it.
In March, thank you.
Oh, okay.
And went through a hell of a time. So when Omar was open about losing his job, it really helped. So it's sometimes being open about things and just talking about them, it helps people in other situations that are very, very similar.
And Viraj has a good question. Do you have a will for your comics?
I mean, it's a living will that I give my daughters everything, and I donate some to people in libraries. It's an understanding. And I'm being buried with my Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. Like the pharaohs of old, that's going with me.
It goes with me. Just burn it all up with me. So I'm confused with the Doomsday Clock. I just finished reading it yesterday. Help me.
Okay, I have to do a book. I have a book report. I have to do
book report. I mean, you should do that. Just be like Omar's book reports.
Have you met Omar? Like his book reports are always the back of the books.
Melanie can be the teacher, and you can be like this sort of like newscaster guy with like breaking news report. Yes.
Oh,
that's what I do with TikToks all the time. Role play.
Oh wow, that's nice. Only one patron left until you're at 100. By the way, thank you so much.
Hey.
It sounds like some kind of fantasy thing with the.
Yeah, Tina, you're weird.
I'm gonna grade that book report. I'll be the teacher.
Shit, I'll stay after school and get. No, okay, I'm not doing. Never mind.
Stop. Stop, Melanie.
How about Uncanny X-Men Volume 3 was announced for. Damn it. December is a restock of Volume 1 and Volume 2, so I think that one is January or February. All right. My partner made me write them down what they're worth. Oh.
Where do they keep that? Do you keep that in like a spreadsheet, or do you put like a slip in each book and be like, this book is worth this?
Oh, I have no idea how much these books are worth.
Hey.
You tell me sometimes and I don't remember.
Don't piss your partner off. That's all I'm going to say.
Who would do that? No, that's divorce ground.
Mega Shrimpster says doing a book report role play sounds like the least erotic role play ever. And it's Alf.
What, Alf? Do a book report on Alf?
No, I'm sorry. Just the icon is Alf.
100 patrons. Time for a box set announcement.
Thank you guys. There's only one left.
That's really cool.
I feel like it'd be a radio fundraiser. Be like, come on, guys, in the next song, we just need one more person during this next song to sign up.
Like whenever Marvel talks about these things and gives me information, there's some. I mean, there has to be, I have to keep quiet, so I don't mind sharing anything when David says it's okay, and he doesn't mind me sharing anything when he's told it's okay. Everybody answers to somebody, right? So it's like Disney sometimes, or somebody else owns the property, so they have to wait until everything is done by legal. Everybody gets involved. So there you go. You never finish your Doomsday Clock comic. Damn it, I didn't. I need to do. Thank you so much, David, for keeping me in check. I need to do an overview of Doomsday Clock, or a old reader, new reader, or something, because I really want to talk about this book, but I can't talk about it because it's nothing but spoilers, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has read it. Thank you so much, Chris Phillip. Jim has another question.
Okay.
If you can find it. Okay. Jim. Hey, another question. Sorry. It's okay. How do you deal with anxiety? It's currently raining here with gusts of wind. I'm really anxious because of my trauma about rain and wind.
Grounding yourself.
What does that mean?
So grounding yourself, when I drive through, it's rainy, and I drive through an intersection, I get a panic attack. I get anxiety. Anxiety and panic attacks are something that you typically can't help. They happen. There's not necessarily a causation. Sometimes there is, like mine, and sometimes there's not. Grounding yourself is basically making sure that you are safe and you feel safe. For some, much like dogs or people, you can get a weighted blanket and put over yourself. That makes you feel secure and comfortable. It's a physical sensation that helps ground you. For some people, if they're having auditory hallucinations, it's going through and making sure that no one else is having the same reaction that you are, and understanding that this is something that's not actually happening, but you are experiencing something and it's okay. So just finding a way to make your mind realize that everything's okay. Sometimes for some people, it's eating something or just touching something physical. But most people, for like storms and rains, that like weighted blanket is a big comfort. And you may try something like that.
That's great.
Thank you, Tina. Sunfed Soul said, what worked for me when I had anxiety attacks was to find things you can sense. Find an item you can feel, smell, hear, cold, hot, etc.
And that's
focus
grounding.
on something else instead of the anxiety. Thank you. I didn't know what grounding was. I'm serious.
Yeah, I didn't
Thank
either.
you. Thank you. I asked Omar for maybe a month ago, and he was not sure if Marvel will reprint ASM by JMS. So many anagrams here in 2021 because of the 25th anniversary of Captain America. 25th? No, he's older than that. God bless. I'm not older than Captain America. He's old.
Lincoln L. Oh, go ahead.
Tina should write a night nurse.
Oh, Tina lost sound.
Can you hear us now, Tina? I see that you're unmuted.
Yeah, your microphone unmuted.
I hear beeping.
Well,
can you,
yeah.
Maybe she can't hear us, but she can talk.
She looks lost.
She always does.
She always
does.
Can you highlight Blink NL's
80th anniversary? Thank you. Is there any database you guys use to track which issues have collected in all those trade paperbacks and omnibus? Preferably a free one. I want to prevent double dipping. I'm not gonna lie, it's in my head.
Yeah,
that's like a lot of it. That's why so many of our Patreons have asked me to start writing it. Can you hear us, Tina?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, I lost sound and it was really, really weird, so I just had to reset.
You look confused. So that's why a lot of our patrons, when I do reading orders, have asked me to write it down. And I was like, oh, I never thought about that. Okay. So I write down a document and then give it to you guys. However, I'm gonna give a huge shout out to my buddy Peter M at Crushing Crisis, and I'm hopefully I'm him and I have been talking on the internet for years.
That's what Ted said.
And has he? Okay.
Ted
Let me highlight. Yes. There you go. Crushing Crisis. So Crushing Crisis is a website. He does wonderful written collected editions reading orders. Wonderful. What I do on video, that man does on a website. So check out Crushing Crisis. It's ran by a great guy, Peter M, who also has a YouTube channel. And I want to have him on the show. We've been talking back and forth about what to do. One of the things I wanted to do was do the Map My X, which is a segment where we map out what the missing issues of X-Men are, where we would put them. So it's something we've been going back and forth about. Hey. Oh, thank you, Oversized. We've got over 100 patrons now.
Misfit Rick. Am I saying, is that the right word? Yep, Misfit Rick. Count me number 100.
Woo.
So thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
That's how you say it.
Omar, you need to make an app for collections. You know, I often thought about that. I thought about making an app for something, and I was going to get with my buddy Travis, who actually makes apps for a living, about...
I don't know if you have time, though.
I don't have time. Never mind.
You're going to keep on with the 2 videos a day.
No need to apologize for that, Daniel. It's okay. I get confused all the time. Omar, what is the reading order for Doomsday Clock? Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? There you go. Live, everybody. It's in my head. No, I'm just kidding. Are you talking about
chronological order?
When does it take place? Because it's a weird... You can read it right after Rebirth 1, if you want to, honestly. Thanks, guys. You're truly appreciated. Thank you so much. So read it after Rebirth, the one shot. You don't have to read after anything. I suggest reading it after like Batman, reading Batman Rebirth Volume 2, the Deluxe, but you don't have to. So you can read it wherever you want to.
Let me clear this up. I'm not actually a nurse. So I work in the medical field, but I'm not a nurse. I don't have a nursing degree. I actually work with optometry practice. Have I TikToked
as a nurse?
No, I haven't TikToked
Oh.
as a nurse. I do work in the medical field. I do insurance mainly. I'm an office manager for an optometry practice. So while we do see emergency cases and I do triage those, I don't actively work with patients as a doctor or nurse setting. So I do more of the coding, billing, answering questions, and triage patients.
You're just a nice, smart lady.
She is. I agree with Omar. Can we got that in writing, Melanie? I need that on a t-shirt. I need you to wear a t-shirt. When it comes to Beautiful Darkness, but I also think Alien 3 is the best. Oh, you lost me at that. You lost me at that last part.
Viraj has a question. Viraj Kampani. Have you read Flash number 750?
Oh, last question. Have you read? No, I haven't. There's an unusual twist at the end.
Ooh.
I don't know, Viraj Kapani. I don't know if that's your last question.
It's never the last question.
Yeah. It's just like Omar.
There's an echo.
There, it's on Melanie's.
Melanie's.
Do I have to read something prior to Infinite?
Excuse
me. Yeah, Infinite Crisis Omni. My words.
I would say at least Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yes, it's gone, baby. Mm-hmm. At least Crisis on Infinite Earths. At this moment, I'm going to start opening up some packages. I open up this one, and this is from my boy Kyle.
I think
Arrival in 4K. My boy knows how to, and I don't know if y'all know the story behind Thrill Kill. Is my boy Lionheart in here?
I know.
So, you know, because I told you yesterday.
I haven't seen Lionheart, but Bruce, Johannes, thank you.
Oh,
when
thank
is Marvel
you.
hiring you as a consultant?
That's the dream, right? Like one day, me and David G, we're gonna go take over DC and fix everything and get everybody some books printed.
Mail call.
Yes, it is mail call. We got this nice postcard for Inktober. This is from Kid Flash.
That's nice.
So this is Omar and Melanie. I have a big IG page. I have an IG page channel where I drop or rather upload quick sketches. What I call he calls them scratches. It's for practice mostly, keeps me limber, and with my drawing hand, that is. And some of my followers seem to like it, if not very frequent over the last few months. But watching NMC has inspired me. Also, every year I try to do a couple of ink scratches for Inktober.
Yes.
To celebrate. So check out my IG.
What's an IG?
Instagram. Tina, school this woman, Tina.
It's okay, Melanie. I shall have a class with you and my wife, and I will explain all the millennial and Gen Z stuff to you.
Please don't do that to my wife.
Cool. That's really cool.
This is from Kid Flash, who also sent us a package for a giveaway.
Thank you, Kid Flash. That was really awesome.
Thank you so much.
Whatever's in this box, I don't get to keep. I get to give away to you fine folks when we get to 30,000.
Oh my God, where did they find that game?
Okay, so you all know what Thrill Kill is. What we got. It was a game that got scrapped. It ended up becoming the Wu-Tang Clan fighting game because it was just deemed too violent and nobody ever wanted to. How do I like Batman War? The Joker War. It's solid. Not as good as Three Jokers. Three Jokers is blowing my mind. So, oh man, look at this. This is another omnibus. It's sealed. It is the Miles Morales omnibus. Thank you, Kid Flash. This will be going.
I love that run.
Yeah, you give a ton.
I have a lot of things to give away when we get to 30,000. Woo! Thank you so much. Big shout out to Kid Flash. Thank you. This is awesome.
Thank you
and this
so
will
much.
Go to somebody, one of you all, maybe even Kid Flash if he partakes in the giveaway contest. So
I like this redistribution. Like, send us stuff so we can send other people stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
That's nice. It's just giving and giving. It's
well,
great.
I think I've always shared that I have a passion for paying it forward. As a kid that grew up with nothing, I love giving people things, and you know, it's nice. It's nice. Like a lot of the things that Marvel sends me, I have a huge
You're
stack.
giving Lydia's friend 2 boxes of manga.
I am, yeah. Because I feel
is
like
that the next door neighbor?
No.
no, it's just
Oh,
one of her little friends.
okay.
You know, I grew up with nothing, so to me, like something like a manga, like even one manga would have meant the world to me.
Yeah.
So, freaking love this channel, you guys. You amazing, amazing guys. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Omar Reyes Jr., he is drinking beer.
Hey Omar, I don't think I've noticed you drinking any cervezas this month. You sober October. Following it up. No, I'm drinking.
But
I'm drinking.
you gave a great, not speech, great talk earlier about not doing it when you're depressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's great. That's actually really, really good. Like I actually had 2 margaritas. I haven't drank in forever. I had 2 margaritas last night, and then I was
Good for
toasted
you.
because I'm a lightweight. But like, so what's going on with Jose? That one like company.
Cuervo?
Something's going on. Yeah, something's going on. Like,
Are you
they're
asking
apparently
me because I'm Latino? I don't keep
No.
up with Jose Cuervo.
You're the only person that like actively drinks that I know of. Not saying that you're like a lush or anything, but like, jeez,
But he's not looking it up.
mouth without saying
comics.
something I don't mean. But no, like, does anybody know what's going on with that company? Because people have been saying that they're in the crapper.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, never mind.
I never know what Tina's talking about.
Sorry. What was the name of it?
Jose,
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, is it? We have a month?
Was it Cuervo?
Awesome.
yeah, Jose Cuervo.
The tequila?
No.
Yeah, the
That's-
tequila
Yeah, she's talking about
company.
the tequila.
Like they're rebranding themselves to 1800 because apparently the name Jose, whatever.
Tina, this is all she does. All she does. Are they buying DC?
So
What? All right.
Okay, I meant to answer this question. So, Tina, what activities do you recommend in these moments of quarantine to deal with anxiety and depression?
Great question.
So great question. It really is person to person. For me, it's trying to stay active, even though I don't have a lot of energy and stuff. Get active, act out things, do TikToks, dress and cosplay, work on things. If you are not a maker, like a content creator, or you're not into cosplay or something like that, then engage with reading. Join a Discord or a Facebook group with other collectors, and you can engage with that. The important thing is to reach out and engage or make engagements. Whether you're just commenting on somebody's video, you're actually engaging in some type of reaction. Hopefully they will respond back to you, but don't feel that people have to respond back to you because they have no obligation to it. But basically making that connection and stepping out and doing something, whether a passive interaction, watching movies or reading comics, or actively doing stuff and making stuff. But find the niche and what works best for you. Try different things.
wow, Tina, you seriously, you should do like a podcast. Like, bam, 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 bam.
I go from this, and then I'm like, "What's that Jose Cuervo thing?"
Well,
Are
that's
they in trouble?
okay.
You're
That's like
the only
all-
alcoholic I know.
Well, don't take the compliment. Don't discredit it. Omar, those always
I can't take compliments, and yeah,
we all have our what's it called? See, words escape me. Our
Kryptonite.
strengths.
words are hard. Words are
Okay,
rough.
I'm just gonna throw this out here. I feel like because we've been talking about mental health issues. Like, I don't mind saying for years I've been taking medicine for anxiety and depression, and I genuinely think it has hurt my short-term memory and long-term memory, all of it. I cannot make new memories very well. I'll read a book and I'm like, oh, what was it about? So I really, Omar, need a teleprompter so I can write it out because I cannot remember when I'm talking, and I hate that. He has to do all these edits, like what?
In condition, talk pretty one.
Talk pretty someday.
Yes,
All
it's
of us.
hard. Anyway, so yeah, you definitely should, Tina. Take a break from TikTok. Just talk. Get
Just
it?
talk. I do talk
You know, what's
sometimes on my
the-
TikToks, and sometimes I go into the deep end. It's a whole different like socio-economical age group on TikTok and stuff. And sometimes the messages hit, and you'll have people who disagree
Oh,
with things
that's
that
good.
you say.
That's good.
And there's people who agree. It's finding the niche and actually having a dialogue rather than being combative. Sometimes if you look at it from their point of view, and even though you don't necessarily agree, you have that dialogue. So so many people are quick to like just attack and be canceling. But if you have a dialogue, you can actually come to a lot of understanding, and you can actually make friends that are different viewpoints that work very well for you. It's great.
At this
Sorry, I'm laughing
moment,
at Havix.
I need to share a couple of things. I got an email from Nino, who's from the Philippines. Just made humble artwork and wants to thank us for all the content. Love your videos. Keep it up. Always looking forward to those videos. By the way, you influenced me doing my own channel containing local indie comics, so that's awesome.
Awesome.
So let me show
What's the
you.
channel?
Well, I'm looking to see if he put a link to it. Again, thanks, man, and more power. His name is Nino. He's the gentleman that was in the chat. Ngiepedia on YouTube, I think.
Okay.
But here, let me show you what he drew. There's 3 pictures. They get more badass. Okay.
Love to all the followers in the Philippines. My stepmother is Filipino, and I have so many friends growing up that were from the Philippines.
So, okay, cool. I don't know how to reply
forgot
to that.
that.
I was in the middle of something. So he drew an Invincible cover
Oh,
right here.
sweet.
Wow.
And that just got
That's
picked up
really
or we saw the first little teaser trailer. There's a variant.
Oh, nice.
And the
love
most
that.
badass picture is this douchebag right there.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
I love it. That's so
Dude,
cool.
you are
Thank
skilled.
you so much. Thank you so much. That's almost as
awesome.
good as this one, but I mean that one takes the cake. That's the variant I want. Come on. Thank you so much.
You captured.
Oh, there he
facial
is.
expression.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
you
That's
captured
really
his facial expression very well. That's awesome.
cool. Brother, where's the Talk Pretty One shirts? I'll buy it.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, that's
we
an ideal.
We need to switch up our t-shirts, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Tina,
I'm not a fan
can
of
your mother
Redbubble.
make one?
I'm not a fan of Redbubble. I think maybe we go with Teespring or
Yeah.
somebody else.
Hey, yeah, because we went shopping there, and I
We
put all
didn't
stuff
go
in my
shopping.
cart. Well, I went, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really expensive. So I don't know. Oh wait, I'm like downplaying, saying something bad about the place where we're like, buy our shirts.
Well, I mean, it's basically what you can afford and what you can't. And then also look at the flip side of how do they pay their workers and how do they treat their workers.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
So
Insurance.
we'll look into that and see how they are. We want to support a company that is legit to their workers and doesn't have like predatory practices too.
What? Redbubble?
No. I'm not saying
No,
Redbubble
she
does, but I'm
didn't say
saying
that.
like if we're looking for like
Oh.
Teespring or something else.
I'm trying
not
to
just saying
read
Redbubble.
comments and listen to you at the same time. All right.
Oh, my brain,
Just
no
saying in
confused.
general.
Omar,
404 lost.
we will get something new. We will get something new in Omnibus or OHC from X-Men in the second half of 2021. Because all we have now are reprints, and the 2 OHCs is Disassembled and X of Swords. All I can say is I am so proud when I get to do it to announce an omnibus that I've been looking forward to for a long time. It's X-Men related. It's not X-Men, but that's all I can say right now. I can't wait to announce that one.
John Carlos, thank you so much. The amount you give back is inspiring. This channel really feels more like a community. And that's
Thank you.
really the feel that I think Omar is very good with, is making this a community rather than just somebody that is there and he just talks at you. He
What?
talks with you.
I'm just kidding. No, I love talking to everybody. I love replying back to every single comment. Although that's been a hard task, and that's why I enjoy doing this. So,
Havoc suggested that the picture of you be on the shirt of Me Talk Pretty one day. Dude, that's like, would it be, I don't know, are book titles like copyrighted?
Words aren't copyrighted.
Yes, words are.
No, they're not, Tina.
Certain phrases.
Okay,
yes.
I can't say Captain Marvel if I'm at DC.
Jeez. No, I have not done a Punchline cosplay.
Oh my
yet.
God, you do look like Punchline. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, so that's the new like Harley Quinn, right?
Sort of.
Kind of. I've seen like
I didn't know.
before. I guess the early sketches and stuff were released. I saw that. So no, I have not thought about doing a Punchline.
Fatima,
I kind of.
dude, you would kill it.
Would I?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Let me show you. Let me show you what Punchline looks like. And
yeah, I'm looking up.
you all tell me.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, well,
There you go. Yes, you would. Look, you got the bangs.
that would be really easy
You
to
got the
do.
face shape.
and you got the cleavage.
Sorry, I was only thinking about
Those guys.
It goes back to one of our stories to me telling earlier when I told the first time I saw Tina dressed up like in cosplay. I'm like, where did you get those?
Where'd
You
you get
smuggling
them?
those things. I still love that. You smuggling some devil fruit there. I was like, that's nice. I love comments like that. Like, it could be creepy, but no. If you hit it like that, then I'm like, yeah, okay.
What an awesome way to say
wait,
goodbye.
my turn.
All right.
Go
I
ahead,
might
it's
have
my
to leave, but this is an awesome channel, awesome people, and awesome show. Thank you so much. Can you say that, Tina? You're only trekker.
No,
here.
I don't speak Klingon. I could try it. Something like Quapla, Makram.
Don't you have to? You gotta be like.
I know, like her. I don't have the voice for that. I can't be like death to all. It is just a shell. Do with it as you please.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Yeah, Bang.
okay.
Look, you're ready. Bangs are. I'm sorry. Which one do you want to highlight, baby?
Blinken L was saying, I guess Omar's a guy anyone would want to have a drink with in real life, right? So I guess it just reminds me. Well, I agree, but it reminds me of your story of when you sat down with Joe Quesada at the bar, and you're like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And you just started talking to the whole table.
Yes. That's my favorite, like Omar, like just saddling up to creators, just sort of inserting himself in and just like comfortable enough to be like, hey, yeah.
You were already drinking by that point.
I was.
So that helped.
So for anybody that doesn't know the story, this is one of my favorite convention stories. We went to Chicago. This was back in 2005, and there were a bunch of creators, and I always know the creators like to hang out at the bar. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bar, and I went with my buddy Spider Ben, who's a freaking nut. And there was sitting Joe Quesada, Paul Jenkins, John Romita Jr., and
there was. Oh my gosh, everybody else.
The Cooper brothers, Adam and Andy, were there. John Cassidy was hitting on my wife or my girlfriend at the time, and he was drawing Astonishing X-Men at the time, so I was okay with it. I'm like, yeah, what? You can keep hitting on her, just draw me next to Wolverine. But anyway, I literally, one of my things, the way I've always lived my life is if you act like you know what you're doing, you can get away with just about anything, right? So I literally just slid in and sat in between John Romita Jr., Paul Jenkins, and Joe Quesada across from me with two ladies. I don't think the ladies were creators. I think they were just fans. I don't know. And they're laughing. So I come in with this douchebag like, God, dude, Joe.
That was like from a movie.
I was like, Joe, you're so funny. I think the only one that looked at me like, who the hell is this guy? Was maybe Paul Jenkins, who was just drunk out of his mind. And then about like 5 minutes later, he's got his arm around me going, and he's like, you're all right, Omar. And I'm like, dude, you're all right. I like your Inhumans run. He's like, what did you write again? So I came up with some bullshit. Like, I don't know. Like,
I didn't know that part. Oh man. Yeah.
How do we represent the sound of Maddie furiously typing and shopping for? Yeah, Maddie. Oh, every time she's typing, sounds like an angry, like I'm gonna return this to Target woman. Like,
I'm starting to turn into that lady a little.
What?
Not
turning into a Karen?
No, not full. No,
not a Karen. Would that say Kara dude?
Oh, Kara
dude. Is that Karen?
Yeah. No. That's from Star Wars. Have you? So she's like from the Mandalorian.
Yeah. She's what's her name? The
okay. Yeah.
UFC fighter.
Is she like the Rebel Shock Trooper or something like that? Former. She's the former one where she was teaching the village how to this is how we fight.
Gotcha.
Maddie typed like a boy. She does. Next time she's on and she's buying something, she's like,
Savior 83. That would be awesome. That would be a lot of fun. Let's go to Poland one day.
Hello
Hello,
from
Sophia.
Sofia, Bulgaria. Because of Omar, I just went crazy and bought my very first Omnis. Savage Sword of Conan, Volume 1, 2, and 3, as well as Conan the Barbarian, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Great show.
Yes, yes. Oh, you're gonna enjoy those. They're so good.
Louis Rabana.
Omar thanks you, but not your wallet.
Gina Serrano. That's her name.
Serrano,
Gina.
okay.
Oh my gosh, that woman. Oh my gosh. Sorry, baby. What?
Louise Rubino has asked this for a while.
Okay. How often do you visit your local comic shop? Anything you're following monthly, not collected editions? I see Omar's following 3 Jokers in single issues digitally. So Comixology has helped. The Marvel app has helped. I think we try. We try to play safe and stay home. I mean, Tina literally lives in the same neighborhood and she's at home. Because we also want to be a good example. That's why I really want to do a video on shopping at Ollie's, but I'm like, no, I gotta. I want people to be responsible and stay at home when you don't
now that
have
we've
to
got
be.
an Ollie's at Frankfurt, so.
Yeah, well, we don't live in Frankfurt, Tina.
Well, we don't.
We
but
can talk
it's so
about,
close.
It is.
But yeah.
But there you go, Omar. 101. Dude, where you been? I was talking about you, and thank you so much. Thank you for joining our Patreon. And yes, I was talking about you because, damn it, what the hell was I saying? I wish Lionheart was here.
Sent something in. Thank you to Lionheart.
Yeah, The Collector. I haven't seen it yet, but there is a Chris Claremont documentary on Amazon. I could hear that man talk all day, so I'm good. I watch it.
Yes, I am kind of meh to Star Wars. The Mandalorian was really good. I am a Trekkie. There's no feud between
Trekker. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the difference is.
Trekkie. As Amazing Asian picked up with my quote of the Next Generation Klingon quote is, "It's just a husk. Do with it as you please."
Gotcha.
From now on, when Maddie is on, I can hear her keyboard. I would say Karen typing.
She's always buying something. You'll bring something up, and she's like, "Buy."
Yeah. What I miss?
And we can't remember.
I opened up a few things. Kid Flash. Yeah, you can always go back and watch it. But Kid Flash donated this for our giveaway, for our big 30,000 subscriber giveaway, which we're very excited when that comes. Amazing Asian, what's up? Thank you for answering my questions. That is very smart and responsible for you to stay home. I've been getting curbside pickups. That's a good way to do it. I know our local comic book shop, 2 of them are offering, and then one of them just closed out of the blue, which sucks because that was a big. They had a big history in the town that they were in, so it sucks. Omar, what's War of the Realms? I saw it on Donny Cates' Venom trade paperback. War of the Realms is the big Marvel crossover that happened in 2019. That is pretty much Jason Aaron's run of Thor leading up to that moment. So it's about all the different realms. So it's, the realm of the elves, the dark elves, and clashing and coming here to Midgard and trying to destroy us. Oh my gosh, is it really? Is Legion's 5 years later out of print? I didn't see that one. I saw that Dini and Green Arrow were.
Michael Hood has a question about Micronauts.
Ooh, Micronauts.
Omar, do you know where to order the Micronauts Artist Edition from IDW? Or IDW doesn't have a pre-order up.
I don't. And here's the thing. IDW has been really sporadic with their release dates. And I get it. Like, literally, I'm excited for the Parker, the Sick and Parker edition, the big library, the big book. And it just disappeared. So I don't know if it's been pushed back until the end of the year or until the beginning of next year. So I really hope it comes out soon. And with this was due out towards the end of the month. And I think the only place that had it up for pre-order was Tales of Wonder. So you may want to check there.
Tina, you got
I'm sorry.
Please.
Question from Mian Yan.
Chat was awesome yesterday. Thank you so much. Just subscribe. Will we ever see a follow-up to the Punisher Back to the War Omnibus? I hope so. They have the material already in the Epic format. So literally they could give us another Punisher Omnibus. I want to see a Punisher War Journal Omnibus. I want to see the Nam Omnibus. I want to see Nth Man. I'll be making that video after I get to announce the new Marvel Omnis.
All right, Meow Nan. Tino, what is the best Trek show and Captain? And why is it Deep Space Nine and Cisco? So
Is it?
you're confusing me with Maddie because that is Maddie's Captain and Maddie's favorite. I am strictly a next gen girl. I love Captain Picard. Captain Picard is my favorite captain. I know it's
Good
probably
choice.
overstated,
Me too.
but make it so, and it is.
Because it's just Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
One time we were watching this, and this was years ago, and I yelled to my sister. I was like, "April, get in here! There's a Captain Picard action shot," and it was him reclining in his chair with his shirt off.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
My favorite episode, and for some reason it escapes me, is when he's drawing that smiley face and the.
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't see that.
Oh,
Nerds.
long live Janeway. Janeway's actually very good. A lot of people like to.
She's coming back, isn't she?
her. I honestly.
I just saw an article somewhere that she was coming back.
Ah, sweet.
How can I tell that? Thank you for the super chat, Ryan. How can I tell the different? How can I tell if an omnibus is out of print or simply out of stock? Is there a list somewhere? You can't. It's difficult. The short answer is you can't unless you know someone that can order books through Diamond, and even then, it will only show you that Diamond is out of print, right, or out of stock. Usually, when a book goes out of print, the first thing you'll see is back ordered. Back order means like, oh, Diamond has no more. Let's tell Marvel we don't have any more. Like, for example, right now, but I'll be honest, War of the Realms is out of print. It hasn't even come out yet. That means Diamond has no more War of the Realms, right? So, if you're a comic book store and you want War of the Realms for a special order to a customer, you will get a message that says back ordered. You can put the order in. Whether they fill it or not, I don't know. That is between the printer, the publisher, and the distribution center. So that's what I'm trying to figure out where some messages.
Where the issue?
Yeah, where the problem is. Because they're not getting enough stock. There's no way that a book like War of the Realms is already out of print. That's insane. Like, I get that more and more people are shopping for it or trying to get it, but it hasn't even hit it hits the direct market at the end of the month, and already both covers are out of print. So there's no way
out of print or just out of stock, and they're.
Well, there's a difference. Out of stock, it's a different code that you get. Right? It means that they have more in the warehouse and more coming in. They know for sure that more are coming in from the printer. That's what you want to see. And that's normally what's happened in the past. Now it's literally going straight to back ordered, which is insane. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way that everybody gets their book, including people that are overseas.
What do you think of the new Birds of Prey run canceled fast because Gail Simone's was the definitive Birds of Prey, and newer books keep doing new takes?
I love both Chuck Dixon's run on Birds of Prey and Gail Simone's Birds of Prey. So, man, it's difficult. Why these books? Like, I don't know why they're trying out different formulas. Maybe that's what it is. When you go back to the true knit and gritty of what Birds of Prey is, it's all about Huntress, Black Canary, and Oracle, who's not Oracle anymore. But without Oracle, it's really like you don't have a team that has this, that was the beauty of Oracle. She was the behind the scenes superhero. As a matter of fact, she was the biggest superhero of that book. So
just jumping around, it kind of loses you when you keep restarting and resetting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And but they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
There's some, go ahead. I'm trying to find Jim's question.
You're okay. Just about to embark on the Big X Marathon from House of M to the end of Carrie's legacy run. Any thoughts on this period?
Carrie's legacy run is a very underrated run. Mike Carey's Lucifer is a phenomenal series. Mike Carey had a really good understanding of the X-Men characters. I feel like Mike Carey and Kieran Gillen both got just the short end of the stick when it comes to the writers of X-Men. They don't get enough love. Not a lot of collections. Not complete collection. Actually, Kieran Gillen just wrapped up his complete collection, but he only got 2. Whereas Mike Carey doesn't have any complete collections, no omnibus. Maybe one day, but you're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of good things in there.
Omar, they're saying Oracle's back.
Oracle's back. On Bird's Prey.
Spoilers, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Omar, better ship the Millennium Falcon or the Starship Enterprise? There's a right
Millennium
and wrong
Falcon.
answer here.
There's the Millennium.
Wrong.
The Millennium belongs to Han Solo.
I don't care who
How
it
do you-
belongs to. Schematic-wise, Starship Enterprise.
Schematic-wise. Get the, you know,
So far
how many times has that damn ship crashed in the movies? Get out of here.
Excuse me?
How many times has that
Do you
damn
know how many
ship-
times the Millennial Falcon has crashed, been like down for parts? Like, come on.
Once.
Like,
Get out of here.
Drew B said, "Can Jim and the Holograms beat Magic Knight Ray Earth in a fight?" No way.
no, Magic Knight.
That was a flat out no.
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 I
They
love
haven't
it.
been much
Question
on
was
their
supposed
side,
to
so
be,
come
yeah.
on.
No.
Guys, I have another question. This is from Jim. How do you deal with high expectations? I put expectations that are too high for myself and feel guilty if I don't reach those. As an example is my grades in school. I feel like both Melanie and Tina will be really good at giving you some pointers for this.
High expectations are really hard because even I have my moments where I set ridiculous, unreachable goals for myself. But it's, once again, changing how you view things and how you look. So, for example, one time I was so mad at myself. I'm very much a procrastinator, but I'm also a perfectionist. And when I was working on a cosplay at one time, I cried. It was like 3 a.m. You know, I had an idea in my head and it was not coming out. And sometimes you just have to step away and say, hey, imperfections are okay. It's okay to let myself fail sometimes because it is a learning experience. Every time you do something and it doesn't turn out the way you expect it, then that's fine. That still gives you a learning experience to do better next time. And the way you look at it, if you look at it like that, it allows yourself to make mistakes or be human instead of being a robot and perfect, because none of us are human, or none of us are human. None of us are robots. None of us are perfect 100% of the time. And that's going to be okay. And it's actually allowing yourself to learn and grow. That is the best thing you can do for yourself.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, yeah, I think that's really good advice, Tina. And I mean, I'm sitting here listening to you, to apply it to myself.
Yeah, don't tell yourself that you did something wrong. Change that mindset and say, I just did it a little bit differently and I'll do it differently next time. And if you can change your mindset from saying, I did something wrong, this is horrible, terrible, I'm just bad, from, hey, I did a little bit differently next time, but I learned something about it. That just switch in mindset will help you out so much. And it is hard. You're going to have to work at it. It's like looking in the mirror and not feeling the best about yourself, but telling yourself you are pretty and you are amazing. If you keep repeating it, even if you don't feel it, keep repeating it to yourself. Eventually, you do believe that mantra and it will change your mind and change your outlook.
You seriously, you need to do podcasts. Yeah. Or would that be the medium? I don't know. Am I too old? Do people still listen to podcasts?
People still listen to podcasts.
Do people still listen to podcasts?
Omar, will I be double dipping if I get the War of the Realms Omnibus, considering the inevitable Thor Omnis by Jason Aaron? Probably some, but you're not going to... I mean, there's no way they collect War of the Realms inside of the Jason Aaron Omnibus, right? If you're a company and you have a 5-issue series that you just made into the biggest omnibus released, you're going to want people to buy it. And people are, obviously, because it's already out of print. But you wouldn't put those miniseries, just much like Secret Wars is not included in the Hick Vengers Volume 2, in the Thor Omnibus. I'm almost 100% sure. But, I mean, the Thor Omnibus also isn't going to include all those miniseries and one-shots. Lionheart has it right, though. Millennium Falcon over Starship Enterprise. He's not wrong. No. Mike Carey created Stacey X, and I feel like I'm the only one that enjoyed her character before Chuck Austin did. Chuck Austin did a lot of weird things.
My TikTok name is White Cat Cosplay. So if you see me on Instagram or sometimes commenting on Near Mint stuff and you see that White Cat Cosplay, that's me. So White Cat Cosplay.
Man, come on. The Millennium Falcon is just a saucer part of the Enterprise.
It's not even the saucer part.
It's the coolest
it's
part of
so
the Enterprise,
tiny.
then.
It's like coming against like it's a little pea. It's a little pea in comparison to this monolith.
Oh, I thought you were saying peeing. Good word, Tina.
Little
Question
pea.
for Omar. I recently placed the pre-order through Tales of Wonder for the first time. Is it possible that some titles on order may have already been sold out? Okay, so there's this thing that retailers have that's called the final cutoff date, right? The FOC, what they look for. That means that is the last day that you can place orders for books that are coming out. Tales of Wonder doesn't do that. Tales of Wonder lets you order things like, for example, I'll use War of the Realms.
Mm-hmm.
So Tales of Wonder lets you order War of the Realms, I think, up until last week. But the final cutoff date for that was about a month or so ago. I think I want to say a month ago. That means if they're already out of print, how in the world are they going to get more copies? Because there's no way you can. Physically, there are no more books. So how can you let people place orders, pre-orders rather, for books that don't even exist? You're selling material that isn't there. And that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Where lies the problem? Like, if you're placing a pre-order, you should 100% get it. But I also understand, like DCBS has a final cutoff date, and they remind you, hey, this is the final cutoff date for book orders. Put it in. Now, it's a little bit different there because you pay ahead of time, sometimes months, sometimes half a year before these books even come out. But at least you're guaranteed the book. I haven't heard many people, I don't know if they've had issues with DCBS. But so I hope you get it, is my answer. I'm so impressed with this channel. I am too sometimes. I'm surprised.
Sometimes we surprise ourselves.
I'm impressed. I didn't know you were going on a Batman detective hunt about like trying to fix the comic book industry.
Oh,
My baby.
I suddenly got like Detective Pikachu like vibes, and I was like, "What? Detective
No,
like
not
Batman?
Detective
I want that
Batman. I'll take the question. No, it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. It's just I know that a lot of people
Quit
have.
downplaying.
Okay, fine.
Mental health. Quit downplaying.
Okay. So it's just a huge problem that's been going on that for the last 6 months since the pandemic, and one can blame the pandemic, but there has to be a fix because the retailers. If I own a business and I have 70 people ordering a book, and I can't sell them the book, I'm losing business.
Right.
If I'm Marvel and I'm printing the book and 70 more people want Absolute Carnage, but there is no more copies, then I'm losing business. So, or I'm sorry, they're losing money because there are no more copies to sell. So everybody wins if this problem is solved, right? Except the scalpers. Sorry, guys. Except those guys.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hey guys, I gotta get going.
Bye,
D2, I'm going back to work now. I gotta work till 7:30. And
I forgot about that.
well,
I
I
love you,
get
baby.
this
You
was
better
an hour
have
and a half
dinner
lunch. I
waiting
get
for
an hour
her,
and a half
Omar.
dinner. Huh?
What's that?
I said you better have dinner ready for her when she comes home.
Hey,
Oh no, I
you all
can't wait
fought
that
for
long.
equal rights.
I got
So-
dinner break.
That's
I'm gonna eat
equal.
It's equal if you
Clean
expect
those
the same thing
pigs.
I do. I don't expect dinner. I love you, baby.
I'm the one that comes home and makes dinner.
Oh gosh, we're gonna
Thank
start
Thank
this.
you,
Thanks,
Melanie.
Tina.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
All fun. Thank you guys. And Tina, seriously, thank you for that wonderful advice.
Hey, stick around. Sometimes I've got some inspirational quotes in between
She
my
can't.
madness.
She has to go to work, Tina. Why are you making her feel guilty?
And I'll see you later, baby. Stay minty, baby.
Please
Bye,
quit saying
baby.
that. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Hit that smash button and
that smash
the
button.
notifications,
This
please.
is why Tina sucks just as much as I do. She just said hit that smash button. There is no
Hit
smash
that smash
button.
button. Words pretty. Picard had some pretty solid moments. He absolutely did. And
Oh,
yes, the episode that I made reference to with Picard drawing in the smoke was Timescape. I couldn't think about the episode title. And I was like, oh, what is the episode? But you got me. Thank you, Leslie.
Why are you? So to answer the question, because my wife just stepped away, why are you wearing a mask inside your house? She wasn't inside the house, otherwise she would be right here with me. She is at work and she was on her lunch break, so she has to wear a mask because she works with students. Thank you so much, Oversized, for the super chat. I think to a better person, you
To be a better person.
I think to be a better person, you just have to look in the mirror and say, the Millennium Falcon made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Enterprise did not eat it, Tina. Thank you.
I mean, no.
It is the legendary ship of Han Solo.
I don't care. Looking for that smash button.
Yeah. Tina doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
That button.
This ain't TikTok,
or press
Tina.
It lightly. Words are hard, Omar, and you know
Words
how
are
much.
hard.
And English is my first
English
and only
is
real language.
our second language.
Gobble
Omar, you shaved your weird beard. I had a weird beard. Jack, you're okay. I was like, there's only one person that calls it weird. It's Jack. What's up, Jack? I thought you were like in trouble with your mom. That's why you couldn't join the show live last time. Enterprise traveled through time. So did the DeLorean. It ain't that special.
And dimension. So it went to mirrors. Like, you remember the episode where like number 2 had all those different instances in time loops that were popping up around him. Like, come on, who travels to time deals with different dimensional shifts?
Doc
like,
Brown.
Yeah, but they do solely. Next Generation involves this.
Why
whole
all this
thread.
Talk about Star Wars and
Babylon
Star Trek?
5. Yeah, Babylon 5 is kind
Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. That's always my answer.
Doctor Who.
All that. I love Omar's beard. Bring it back. You got it. It's coming. I can't bring it back that fast, but it's coming back.
Marvel Swimsuit Collected Edition reprinting 1991 to 1995, like Udon did.
I'm going to tell David, and he's going to be like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, people want to see that instead. He'll think it's like the Alf thing. Are people messing with you again? No.
People really want that. I mean, that's
literally, you're just printing pictures, right? Like, there are no words at all.
I do agree. You would have had to, like... You have to have, like, part of the draw to that was the poster format.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You rip that poster. Oh, by the way, if you're just now joining, if you're not, I do have to say again, I am taking a break next Saturday, so I will not be on Saturday the 17th. After doing this for half a year, I'm just going to take one day off, and I will be back on October 24th for another live episode. So. Unless Tina wants to handle the questions, she's done an amazing job so far. Except for
I wouldn't know anything about the comic. I'd be like, "Yeah, guys, tell me about what's going on."
I'll let Omar know. So what I'll do is, please email us at nearmancon@gmail.com. Any questions, and I'll choose like 10 questions or so and answer them on a pre-recorded video. Okay. Because I don't want to missing any questions. Omar, what do you think about the Hasao Tamaki Dirty Pair Omnibus from 7 Seas? I messaged you about. You did. You're the one who messaged me on Instagram, right? This could be a question for the chat if anyone's. I haven't read it yet, so I don't have an answer. I wish I did. I was a big fan of the OVAs, and I was a big fan of the Adam Warren stuff, but I never read it because Dirty Pair is a manga that's. Well, it's also the anime is based on novels, right?
Right.
They weren't manga, and then eventually, I don't joke about Alpha Mart. Really, you guys serious? Oh my god! Eventually, later on, the anime spun out a manga.
So. Right.
Yeah, Tina totally the new Omar. Totally.
Tina's the new Omar. A less dirty mind Omar.
So without Omar sounds promising. He'll get twice as many views.
I read that it sounds poisoning. So.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I read it.
Yeah. But yeah, Dirty Pair, yeah, and at the time, like, manga was less accessible than it is now. So there's a lot of older stuff that, while it had a manga version, I didn't necessarily read. I'm sure you're probably, well, no, you probably had a little bit more hand because you were writing reviews and stuff. But there's a lot of manga that I didn't read the manga of. I only saw the animation of. So now I'm having to go back and read the manga version of some of the older animes I used to watch.
You should. You totally should. Any idea would there be a restock of Blade of the Immortal on IST? On IST, I don't know. It's gone. But it's Dark Horse, right? We knew the same thing happened with Berserk. For some reason, they underestimate how many of these books are selling. And honestly, I've tried to reach out to them, and they're not replying back. So I don't know what's going on at Dark Horse. I wish them the best, though. Should I get Blade of the Immortal? You damn right you should. It's one of my favorite manga of all time. It's freaking beautiful. It's awesome. It's heartbreaking, and the fact that we're getting into the Deluxe format, the only downside is that there will be 10 volumes. of the deluxe edition. But it's finished. It's not ongoing.
Do you see a Simpsons Omni since Disney owns Simpsons and Marvel?
If there's a demand for it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys are talking about Alf, right? And I think a lot of you are being serious. But I think if there's a big demand for it, sure, absolutely. Would you be willing to spend, $100 to $125 for a Simpsons bongo collection? I assume it would be the bongo years, right?
Yeah.
That's the question. But I think one thing I've learned from my having this channel is that there is a market for everything. So when you guys joke about Alf, I always think, oh wait, no, there are people that want it.
There are people who do absolutely want it. Like, I was very surprised when, I first was getting to know you and you were like, hey, have you ever read Scrooge, the Scrooge comics? And I was like, what? Scrooge McDuck, are you serious? Because that's something that always put off. And you're like, no, they're really good. So it's not that niche, but I've always assumed it was a niche when I would see it in comic stores.
I can't read the word Alf without adding, he's back in Pog form. Speaking of the Simpsons.
Pogs, oh my goodness.
Bloody the Immortal is on CGN. And I think the thing about Cheap Graphic Novels, our sponsor, so check them out, up to 50% off books, is that they order outside of Diamond, right? Whereas in-stock trades and Tales of Wonder stick with just Diamond. So they go through Penguin Random House for books like Blade of the Immortal. So they can get it if they have it in stock, whereas Diamond is out of stock.
Also, before I forget, any thoughts on Spurs? Did I say that right? X Club. Sounds like a hidden Spears. Okay. I will never get this right.
Okay.
It sounds like Hisoka. Sounds like a hidden gem from what I've heard. Sorry, Omar.
No, it's good. It's a fun miniseries. You should read it. I don't think it's hard to find. It's not expensive in the third market. So yeah, check it out. I really liked it. Surprised that they never really made a complete collection of all his stuff, including the X-Force stuff that he was writing.
Yes, Rebel. Can the Alpha Omni come with Pogs to maximize sales? I would, you know what? They do that stuff for like Shonen Jump and stuff, and some like thick showcases in Japan where they have extras included when you buy something. I think that should be a thing here. I would love to see something like that.
This is such an excellent question. So when Dark Horse was talking to me, they used to send me advanced copies of stuff, and I would have been able to tell you that. I'm still waiting on the copy that I ordered. Hopefully sometime. Is Hellsing on the same level as Blade of the Immortal? Not for me. Not in my top 20, but Hellsing is still great. I definitely think that Blade of the Immortal is a better story.
Hellsing got weird the longer it ran. Like, I was really into it in the very first part, but it's not bad. It just got kind of weird, and it started getting like a little too Nazi-ish for my taste.
Nazi-ish? What?
It did.
I don't remember. I mean, other than the fact that... never mind. That's going to spoil something. Oh, but that's part of the story, Tina.
Well, it is, but like it just got a little...
Yeah, don't worry. We'll talk about it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why does Dark Horse not talk to you anymore? I don't know. They just stopped.
Omar is Dark Horse.
They ghosted me, man. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, who? Nah.
Omar, who?
Probably what happened was a change in positions. Somebody's not doing what they used to do. Well, maybe look at DC. Look at IDW. Yeah. All the people that I worked with or that I used to talk to at IDW and DC are gone. So that sucks.
Right.
So you never know. I just hope everybody's doing okay. While on Fox licenses are Alien, Predator, Terminator, Epic, something we might see. Seems to be how Marvel are putting out the Dark Horse material. Well, you all know about the Aliens Omnibus, right? So I think Epics will be the next route.
Now we're on a kick about Pogs, man. Like, I haven't thought about that
what?
in like 20
years.
It
does? Why did you bring back Pogs? By the way, at this moment, I just want to remind you all to smash that like button.
Smash that smash button?
No, don't smash the smash button. hit that like button, please. Because I will stay on just a little bit longer since I'm taking off next week. That's how much I love you all. And if Tina wants to be along for the ride, she's more
I
than
have
welcome
nothing
to.
better to do. I think my wife wants to do like a Facebook Live of making a Japanese cheesecake for me. But like, yeah.
What? With you?
No, for me. I'm going to
Oh.
eat it. Like that, I love
Like she's gonna
cheesecake.
that is some weird shit you're into. So she's gonna be feeding you cheesecake while your viewers,
No,
your
she's
TikTok
gonna
viewers
be
watch.
making it like a cooking show, like a cooking show. Oh my goodness, Omar, where is your mind going? Jeez, goodness.
You know where my mind always is. Omar, please help us get a Lobster Johnson Omnibus reprints of Hellboy trades. So meaning, I would if I still talk to them, but I think, like I said, I think they ghosted me, man. So I don't know. I'll try again. I don't give up. Have a great time in Vegas. I'm not going to Vegas. I wish I was going to Vegas.
Get Corona in Vegas. It stays in Vegas. I wish.
Where did this Vegas thing come from? By the way, later today, I am releasing the Golden Age Marvel Omnibus overview that some people have been asking me about. Tina, what is the cat's name behind you?
This is Ares, god of war. I name all my cats basically after gods, goddesses, or mythological stuff. So he's got a twin or a brother from the same litter that we have. His name is Apollo. So, and he is such a butt. He is literally a god of war. Like, he's a butt. He's got baps for everybody.
Of course, doesn't deserve Omar. Thank you. They're lost. When will we get a live stream of Omar fed cheesecake?
Ask Melanie.
Don't know what is it.
Oh, juice.
Pick one: Golden Age Human Torch or Golden Age Submariner Omnibus. Oh, Bill Everett's Submariner. I like Bill Everett. Absolutely. Don't get a cat and name it Kratos.
No.
Have a great vacation. Thank you. I'll still be around. I'm just not going anywhere. I just need to take one day off. That's it. So I saw a book from Image about the Elephant Men. Seems to be a huge. It is a big series. I've got the first two, thanks to my buddy Thomas Judge, who may or may not watch this later. And it's a series for some reason I never got into big, and I never finished. So I need to finish those. But they're good. I love the artwork in it. Those damn Marvel swimsuit editions. It wasn't the swimsuit editions. That's not what corrupted me. What is better, IDW TMNT or Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe?
IDW TMNT.
Really? Oh
God, yeah. It's so good.
I thought you said Masters of the Universe, but okay. That's not a white cat. No. My cosplay name is actually after my cat that passed away. Coincidentally enough, his name was Hades. So I had a long-haired white cat with like a blue eye and yellow eye. Gorgeous cat, but he had a genetic condition that unfortunately led to his premature death. So that's where my cosplay name. It's in honor of my cat that I will always remember and love because I'm sentimental like that.
That's sweet.
It's super sweet.
That's super sweet. Omar's man boobs look excellent, and that's Spider.
Why didn't you highlight that one? Where is that?
It's up here. I love the way he spells boobs. Thank you. Omar, is it true that the reprint? Let me answer this one really quick.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Is it true that the reprint of Van Omnibus Volume 1 will cost more than the first print? I thought Van Omnibus was $125. Because Volume 2 and 3 are $125. Maybe I was mistaken. Was the first printing $100? If so, then yes, it'll be $125, which what Volume 2 and 3 are. Omar, go ahead. You read it, Tina.
Okay. Omar, how would you do a Marvel 89 official handbook update omnibus, considering if it were a omnibus, it would be small?
Making an oversized. I would cheat and make it an oversized hardcover, like Marvel has done.
Edition.
Yes. Omar, do you know if the Dawn of X will be collected as an omnibus? How do I answer this and play it safe? I've heard things. That's all I can say. So stay tuned. Sorry.
Stay tuned. Will be announced.
I'm not joking. It's literally. It's not a. I swear I won't say anything. It's literally I can't say anything. So
He is held lock and key by the
my
overlord.
wife, my co-host don't know anything. I don't tell anybody because you never know who's gonna rat you out in life.
I mean, you let it slip once, and it's
Oh,
over.
Tina, just you don't. If you want, let me tell you something. If you're getting pulled over by the police, the last person you want in your driver's seat are my wife or Tina, because they
I'm
will be like,
honest. I'll be
"He
like,
got
I'm
weed.
sorry,
He
sir.
got weed. He got weed."
It is
This
my fault. I know I didn't steal anything, but I absolutely probably did steal something and didn't even know about it. I will tell everything. But there are some things I don't break promises. So if you tell me, you look me in the eye and say, do not say this, this, and this, I won't. But you
this.
have to look me dead in the eye and say, do not say this.
Oh my gosh! There's so many times that Tina tells me like. She likes to, much like my wife,
I
over
overshare.
explains things, and she texts me. I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" She's like, "I don't know. I just like talking." This channel inspired me to delay my upcoming book so I could save for and pay for additional art for the back matter. I did it for Omar. Thank you so much, Brendan Jacobs. That's awesome. We'll start wrapping up here and get a couple more questions. So it's official. Dawn of X is the upcoming box set. What? I didn't say that.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Y'all, you know what? Y'all.
Man, they try and get you in trouble, man.
Y'all can assume anything you all want to, but
Assume all the things now. Just assume everything about Omar. He likes Alf.
I do not. Not even the show. Power Rangers Year One, even though it was voiced by the guy that did Peter Venkman's voice on Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I couldn't. No, I didn't.
What was his name? Oh man, he had fucking. What was his name? He had a unique name.
Was it the Peter Venkman of
Lorenzo?
the
Not Lorenzo
cartoon?
Lamas.
Oh, what is it?
Lorenzo something. But anyway, he did the voice.
Lorenzo. Change. So it was changed from Lorenzo music to Dave
music.
Coulier.
Lorenzo music. Thank you all so much. Damn it! And I lost the question that I had. What was it?
Assume everything. I don't know.
Here's a secret about me, or this is no secret. Do you read Berserk chapters as they come out, or do you wait for the physical copy? I don't like reading online, but Berserk, I can't wait. Berserk is the one manga that deserves to be read in physical format. So I refuse, even though there's years in between chapters, to ever read it online. So I have to hold it in my hand.
Spoilers then?
I don't ever get spoiled. I'm very cautious. I don't get
on
Facebook,
I will read
Tina.
these, and now I will spoil it for Omar.
You read Berserk, you're gonna cry and question your existence.
My existence.
Yes.
Existence is okay.
Oh, it was about. I'm sorry. It was the question about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Will Volume 2 and 1 will they come back into print? So Dying Breed Collectors is saying Volume 2 is still available through Diamond as of last week. Year 1, not so much. So, Berserk or Blade of the Immortal, which you prefer? It has to be Berserk. That's my number one favorite manga of all time. Uncle Joey. Who's Uncle Joey? Uncle Jesse was. Damn it! Never mind. Dead air.
Uncle Joey from
Babs' Oracle. I didn't know that. I haven't read all the I'm just now catching up on what's it called? Batman. The Joker War.
So they're saying basically Venkman's voice got changed from music to David Coulier, which was Uncle Joey on Full House.
Thank you. That's what Nocturne was saying.
That's what they're, yeah.
Joey lived in the basement. Y'all know too damn much about Full House.
That's kind of creepy.
Joey was Danny's best friend. There's more than 3 people that know about Full House. That's good for you all. Omar promised that if you announce Dawn of X, from now on, I will wear a suit. Like I said, ever since I lost my job, it feels like it's some bit of importance to wear the suit. Hi, Omar. If I decide to skip the Rebirth Omni of Superman, what Rebirth hardcovers and trade paperbacks should I have to buy? Just the 4 hardcovers. They're right here beside me. Superman.
Beside me, behind me.
Oh no, they're behind me. They're behind me. Sorry. They are the Superman Rebirth Deluxe editions by Peter Tomasi. There's only 4 of them. That's all you need to buy. That's all there is.
You read Fairy Tale and Eden Zero?
I
Have
haven't
you
read
read
Eden Zero.
Okay, yeah, I haven't read Eden Zero. I've watched Fairy Tale, but I've not read it. That's one of those ones I need to go back and read.
Are we seriously saying this? Joey was the best.
Was the best.
Cut it out. Is that what he used to say? Cut it out.
So who's your favorite in Full House?
Well, Fuller House. It's
No, we're not talking about Fuller House. We're talking about Full House, the original.
No, because it's so creepy. Because Stephanie grew.
Oh,
up,
yes, yeah, but
right.
But back then.
Back then, Uncle Jesse, man, Uncle Jesse was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Uncle Jesse played the guitar. Had the lady that sent her kids to college illegally. I can't remember her name. Becky? Was her name Becky?
I don't remember.
Okay, Uncle Jesse was a badass.
He was. Mom would call us in from playing outside to go watch Full House.
You need some Marvel ties, man, for those suits. That is true.
No.
I do need to get some. That's a good idea, my dude.
You need like a Marvel suit, like just a
Marvel. I'm not gonna wear a complete Marvel suit. That's ridiculous.
Hey, you have the Nightwing suit. You could wear.
That's
the
a different kind of suit. That's a different kind of suit.
He's got Nightwing.
Just wanted to wish my fellow Canadians an early Thanksgiving.
It's Canadian Thanksgiving.
All right, my wonderful daughter just reminded me that we need to get going. So.
Oh yeah, you need to feed those kiddos for lunch.
I do. I'm responsible for their lives, so this is what happens when I'm left alone. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Aunt Becky's in the big house now. Yes, so they made this connection. I always made this connection as a kid, and they made the joke in Rick and Morty. And I always thought that was funny because I was like, hey, I used to make that connection as a kid. So Lorenzo Music did the voice of Garfield while played Bill Murray, Bill Murray did the voice of Garfield in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And then Bill Murray was Peter Venkman, and Lorenzo Music did his voice in Ghostbusters. So it's really cool.
It's really cool.
Circle.
I like that crossover.
Yes.
There should be more crossovers like that.
Everybody, please send me an email if you have questions throughout the week. I'll pick the 10 that come in. And that is at nearmaincon@gmail.com. And I will be, again, taking one day off next Saturday. That's the last one. That's my only day off. Enjoy the time off. 1 day a year. It's not bad, huh? Thank you. Please don't forget to hit like. Thank you to everybody for joining us. This was a lot of fun.
If you're watching this later, leave us some comments. We like to see what you guys are doing. Just hit us up, say hello. We'll try to do our best to answer, and follow us on Instagram. And then we also have a P.O. box. If you want to send us stuff. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. No obligation there, but we love you guys. Have a safe and happy Canadian Thanksgiving, because apparently that's happening. Sorry, we're American, so we don't know other countries' holidays sometimes. But we love you guys. Don't give me that look, Omar.
You're digging yourself into a hole again. End the show.
Let me just go. I'll just sleep now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.